All right, Arsenal, we're live. I'm going to go ahead and share the stream link with everybody real quick.
Yep, yep.
See, if I was using like OBS or something like that, I would have been able to share that link in advance because I could have had the whole thing set up. But it's just because all my stuff is in the wall, and I've got like no. There's not enough room in my place to have a setup like I used to have. So there's just nowhere for me to like do it, to like have a computer plugged in, have Elgato and all that stuff like going. Unfortunately, so doing it low tech right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna start working on a PC build here soon. Now that I understand and know how to do it.
That's sick. And then you'll be able to play with like Zane and Sword and some of those guys that play on PC.
Yeah. See, that's what kills me is like I won one of those the Steam codes for No Man's Sky during Waking Titan when they gave out like the 10,000 codes.
Yeah.
And freaking I haven't been able to play it on PC because I don't have a PC that can run it.
I actually, true story, I won from MZK. I won a copy of Elite Dangerous, but it was an Australian code, and yeah, and I had a European account. I had a European account on my PSN as a secondary profile. So I was able to still get the code and download it, but it's like the full edition, you know, and like but it's based with this alternate gamer tag. So whenever I play with my actual gamer tag, I don't have the DLC, so I would have to like download the DLC and like pay for the separate DLC. So
that's crazy. I bought Elite Dangerous around Christmas. I always get PlayStation money for Christmas from my wife. I bought it just to try it, $30.
Dude, your wife sounds like a badass.
I got about an hour into it, dude. It's like, nope, back to No Man's Sky.
It's a different kind of game. Like when I want to really just like play something really realistic and like explore the Milky Way galaxy, Elite Dangerous is really a perfect game for that. But the planetary exploration is like non-existent. You don't have any space legs. Space stations are just fascia. They're not really like, you know, there's no exploration there. It's so funny when people try to like compare Elite Dangerous to No Man's Sky. It's not even a similar game, you know. It's entirely different.
Yeah.
It's
way more of a simulation.
It's way more of a simulation, and I find Elite to be like extremely fucking boring as well.
I was pretty disappointed though that when I found out after I got my PlayStation VR headset that Elite wasn't VR for the PS.
It's VR on PC, and it blows my mind how they have not done that for PlayStation 4 yet. With like how Frontier has not come out with that mode, because the thing is, the PlayStation VR is the #1 selling VR system on Earth. It's sold like over like 5 or 6 million units or something like that, or more, and it's continuing to sell and go. And when No Man's Sky comes out for VR, it's gonna explode the sales. And then with PlayStation 5 and the new VR system that's been talked about coming, like I don't understand how Frontier hasn't jumped on that yet. It's like you have possibly, you know, the second best shot at having like, you know, one of the sickest games in VR, but you're not doing it.
I mean, at this point, they don't even have to like release it like No Man's Sky for free. If they released it as a paid VR update, I would buy it.
Right.
Just give it a try. It would probably get my interest in the game.
Yeah, well, because it's boring as sort of its own simulator, but now if you add a VR component where you're immersed in the cockpit and you feel like you're actually there, it might change the level of enjoyment, you know? Everybody in the chat, let me know if you guys are able to hear Arsenal okay. As well, because he's going to be on the stream with us today. We're going to do some PvP matches here at the solid rocket booster base that he built. for PvP, which is actually a really sick base, but I've not done a battle there yet, so this will be the first one for me.
Me as well. All I did was build it.
There we go. And so yeah, but let us know if you can hear him. We got .com in the chat, says hello Panda and all. What is going on .com? MT Cold Forge, funny imps in the chat. And MT Cold Forge says, yeah, I can't really wait for VR, so hype. Exactly. There's speculation right now that Beyond is actually going to drop July 1st because of some tweet that Sean Murray did about 65 days of static, although I don't really see it happening on July 1st, but there's a lot of hype surrounding that particular date right now. But
there's a good article from I forget where it was from. Zane, or not Zane, LZ just did a video on the article, but Sean Murray was talking about that Brighton conference. He's he's the keynote speaker, that he was going to be revealing more about Beyond during that keynote speech.
Yeah. When is that speech exactly? Because I know that's not going to be streamed or public.
July 9th.
July 9th, okay. And some people were saying that the update may drop before then. But I don't see it. I see that conference happening first, talking about some of the features of Beyond and letting the press kind of get their teeth in it, and then dropping the update. But we'll see. You know, I'm telling you right now, I can't wait anymore. You know, my patience is growing thin.
Yeah. Backing up my save every day, and I save in front of this arena when the update drops. I'm stepping into VR into this thing.
Dude, imagine like some of the planets and stuff that we've seen. Like imagine that in VR. I think it's going to be really unsettling. Just because of the scale of the game, most VR experiences are not that open. I don't think any VR experiences actually are that open. So,
no.
I fell off. It's going to be really, really unsettling. Just the scale, like looking off the edge of a cliff, you know, that whole thing. I think it's really going to be wild, man.
Yeah. I turned my mic up a little bit if that helps.
Yeah, .com says he can hear you, but just not clearly.
Yeah, I'm using the PlayStation camera mic.
Oh, okay. MT Cold Forge, I don't think it's going to be the anniversary of No Man's Sky. I'm more of an MZK agreeer with this one, where I think that, well, MZK said that it was going to drop in June, and that doesn't look likely to happen, but I think it's going to be earlier than August, although Hidden Jew thinks it's going to be in August for the anniversary of No Man's Sky. That just seems so far away. I mean, we've got June, July, and then August, so, you know, it's like, why would they tease Beyond, then drop the first installment, then discuss the second installment 10 days later, and then silence for a month and a half? So I think it's actually going to come sooner than August, much sooner.
Yeah, like, I'm thinking mid-July
at the latest.
Well, we got next July 24th of last year.
Yep. But you know, the only month that a No Man's Sky summer month that a No Man's Sky release has not occurred in, and this is the point that MZK makes, is that the only month that a No Man's Sky update has not occurred in has been June. That's why he thought it was going to be June.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Summer goes.
Right. Now, it's not too late. It's still June. You know, it could still happen.
Very true. Yeah. Oh man.
I think
if everybody in the chat was like, "It's out. It's out."
Oh, I know. It's going to be like, I don't know. I just think it's kind of fucked up, like in a way, for hella. Not that they're fucked up, but you know, it might have been about to leak, so they just took control of the message. But I feel like they let too much out too soon, and then followed it with too long a silence. Yo, what kind of ship is that?
That's a little shuttle I just bought.
Hey, that's one of the coolest looking shuttles I've seen yet.
I love the way the little wings are attached, like by those little hinges. I think that looks so cool. The upright like fins.
The only issue with it
Yeah.
is the scale. My character is so much bigger than the cockpit, but if you're a Gek, it makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I went for it. I keep getting these smaller ships. I think you had seen this one before. My little fighter I got.
I like it because it's based in reality. It has a very plausible look to it.
Yeah, this little guy. I'm getting ships that are like marketed towards my Gek.
That's cool, man. Got Chase B in the chat. What's going on, Chase B? Oi. All right, let's see here. Yeah, definitely quiet for news. It is. I just, again, I don't like how they let everything out, like the cat out of the bag. Like we get this teaser, oh, Beyond is coming, and then a few days later we get this, one of the, it's going to be 3 components, biggest, most ambitious update yet, even bigger than and more ambitious than next. And it's going to have, No Man's Sky Online. Then 10 days later they talk about No Man's Sky VR, and then it's been a month now. Maybe longer, nothing else, It's just like...
It would have been nice if they would have kept the community events going, but instead of it being like a full month-long thing, that might have been held us over a little bit better as a community and kept us something to do. A full month-long community event.
Yep, they just kind of just dropped everything
the same
off.
Stuff they were doing, yeah. First, still sit here and collect Quicksilver, because I'm thinking the Quicksilver has to tie into the new No Man's Sky Online somehow. It's probably going to be the currency for that.
Right. All right, so we got Destino final in the chat. Says, is this normal survival or permadeath? So this is a normal mode. So we built or Arsenal built in the FDI hub this solid rocket booster build, and this is actually a combat arena, Destino. So we're actually about to duke it out. We're going to have a fight in here.
There's a manual save point in the middle square in there.
Okay, I was wondering where the save point was. All right, so let's go ahead and do that.
It's right here by the teleporter. Oh, other way, not inside there. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant inside the SRB. Okay.
No, this square. So that's the teleporter room. You should see it to the right.
All right.
Did you end up getting the full 6 shield modules after you figured that out, that you could?
Nope, never did, and I still smoked Snow Obsidian like 3 times.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm so proud of you.
I know.
I watched that. I didn't watch it live, but I went back and rewatched it. I was cheering. My wife was like, "What are you freaking out about?" I was just like, "He just obliterated Snow."
So, somebody had to beat him eventually, man. I'm glad it ended up being me. And big shout out to Captain Steve on that stream as well, who helped me with it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you couldn't have done it without his help.
But I've got my gun built up a lot better than before. I don't have all the shield modules, but we'll see how I hold up.
I have 3 extras. I grabbed them for you in case you didn't have them yet.
I have to put them in technology modules, right? Or they won't stack?
You can put 3 in technology and 3 in your general.
Okay, so I'm going to leave my air breathing. Well, no, because I really just need 1 of each environmental tech, right?
Like you say, you can always revert back to your manual saves later. You don't have to keep the shield upgrades.
Yeah.
For later, you can just use them for PvP.
I don't think I need them all. I don't think I
reload my manual save. Yeah, or we can. I honestly like running hardcore. I like running without any shield modules. But that's me.
All right, I guess go ahead and send them over to me, and I'll put them in my tech slots.
So we don't crash. 1.
.com says, I know we're all anxious for the update, but summer really just started. I know it's like right at the beginning, but that would be a Hello Games move to be like sometime in the summer, and then they'll do it like right at the fucking beginning, you know? Man, my wife bought this like organic low acid coffee, and it's so freaking good.
I just moved in with my old buddy that just got out of the military, and he drinks all the fancy coffees. So I'm getting used to this high class stuff when I was drinking my dollar store coffee before. Now I'm getting chocolate espresso and stuff with caramel in it.
Dude, I used to work in aviation for Gulfstream Aerospace Corporation, and like that coffee that we would have in the morning, dude, that was like man coffee. That was mud. It wasn't even like liquid, you know. So anything outside of that is luxurious. Like racetrack coffee, bro, is luxurious to me.
Yeah.
All right, so I threw those shields on there. I am invincible now, my friend. Okay.
You got 6?
I've got a total of 6. I've got 3 in regular and then 3 in the other. I think I'm going to do that with my my jetpack too, so I can fly forever, my friend.
Do you have the Atlas seed or the Star seed in the Remembrance?
No.
Okay, I'm going to dismantle those then out of mine to make it fair and even.
Sure. We got Wizard in the chat. What's going on, Wizard? Wizard, we would be filming at your base, my friend, but it's in the FDI, which until the update comes out, it's not going to happen because it crashes. There's just too many bases in the FDI.
Yeah.
The server's doing too much. Which, honestly, for how small the FDI is in terms of like member numbers, I did not expect that we would have that many bases there. So it's like we're loaded up. All right. Yeah, I don't like it. Chase B says, "What? You were an aerospace engineer?" No. Oh no. I wasn't an aerospace engineer. I was an AOG dispatcher. So I worked at a bunch of different shifts: morning shift, night shift, afternoon shift. Throughout the time I worked there, and I worked there 2 separate times. One as a full-time employee, one as a contractor. At Love Field Airport in Dallas. But basically when planes would come in with issues, they call it AOG, or aircraft on ground, and that's where the plane that has the problem takes precedent over scheduled maintenance. So I was the guy that whenever the planes would come in, I'd have to help get everybody off the scheduled maintenance and get people onto the AOG aircraft, and then get all the parts that they need ordered. So they would get inspectors out there to look at everything, what's going on, read over the squawks. Oh, we've got an issue with the flap track actuator, or all these different things like that. And then I would have to find where we sell the parts, what vendors nearby sell the parts, do we have it in our inventory, and if we can't get it, I actually had a Gulfstream G150 that I could create an order for, to pull a pilot and dispatch it to a different Gulfstream facility to pick up a part from, let's say, Savannah, Georgia, for example, where the headquarters was. So that's what I did. So nothing as highly specialized as like an aerospace engineer, but I did have a really cool job. And I had perimeter, what they call perimeter road, on my Love Field badge, so that I could just drive on the ramp and the runways and stuff like that. So I had a radio where I could communicate with air traffic control, and I could just drive around the airport. So it was a really cool job. And it was a job that had a lot of really good experience in doing things under a lot of stress and duress and time sensitive situations. So that's not a job that you could have if you have anxiety, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, it sounds pretty high stress.
But it was a lot of fun, and I worked with really good guys. The mechanics are hilarious, especially the women mechanics, because they're working in a male-dominated environment, and they've got to have thick skin, and they are like the women mechanics are the funniest fucking people. Like they are just absolutely just the greatest people, because they have to be, you know. And
yeah,
they were some of my favorite people to work with. We had this one mechanic. Her name was Michelle Sunaguma, and she actually was a Playboy model, and then became an AMP mechanic, and then became a manager. So imagine that. Imagine, you know, you've got your nude pics everywhere in a magazine that's public, and then now you work as a mechanic in a place with a bunch of men, you know, that have probably seen your magazine spread. So it was
definitely about to see
or about to see it. Yeah, once they find out that you were in it, they're probably going to look it up, right? So it's like you just had to have thick skin in that environment. It was just really, really fun and funny. So do you want to start in the middle of the facility, or do you want to start outside on either side and run in?
Yeah, I just figured start on either side. There's 2 staircases. I'll just start at the bottom of the staircase. Do you want to keep player markers on, or do you want to turn those off?
You know what? That's a good point. So let's go ahead and turn off player markers.
I like being able to not have to find you and stuff. The sneakiness of it.
No, I agree. And anything to make it more fun.
I'm gonna turn my ship marker off too, just so it's not even distracting. It's another icon off the screen.
All right, show on foot marker, off. Ship marker, off. Cool.
All right, I don't see you.
Let me catch up in the chat real quick. So, Wizard says, not so bad if you load up on the moon and stick around on it for a while. Yeah, I was streaming on the moon and had been for like 20, 30 minutes, and then Arsenal came in, and then we tried to... The thing is that actually... Well, it could have also been because I was streaming on Wi-Fi, and now I've got a Cat 5 running.
Nice.
That might make it hold up better, I don't know. But, so, for those that don't know, Wizard built this base called Vormir. Some of you may know the reference. And underneath it is this arena. And he's trapped the weather inside. That planet has horrible weather, and he's trapped the weather inside of the arena. So, and you're dealing with the actual rugged landscape of the ground and the different plants and stuff that are inside of it, that are actually objects that you have to run around. So it's just an open arena with these natural objects in there, and then like awful weather. You know what I mean? And so then you're running around and fighting in it, and it's actually a really, really sick arena. But it's in our capital system, which has so many bases in it that it has a tendency to kind of mess everything up.
The best part is the superhero drop-in that you get to do to start the match. That's my favorite part.
Yes, through the top entry port. That's awesome. .com says not too loaded with bases on the Xbox side. Yes. So the FDI is our hub, and we are on all platforms. PC is our smallest group of players, like very small. I want to say it's like 8 group of players there, and I think only like 1 or 2 bases actually in the place right now. So we're trying to grow the PC aspect of it, as well as Xbox, which is our second largest, and then our largest player base is PlayStation 4. But I don't know if anybody has access to the link, but if you're new to the chat, or you're looking to join a really cool civ with not a lot of bullshit rules and just a bunch of really cool guys, check out the FDI. Hopefully somebody will put the link in the chat. Got Hidden Jew in the chat. What is going on, Hidden? So, all right, let's go ahead and count it down. I think that's everything. Wait,
ready to go when you are.
I need to add life support. My life support's really low. Just happened to catch that.
Go ahead and make sure you got ammo. Make sure your blaze javelin's fully charged.
Oh yeah, I think my blaze javelin's good. Yeah, blaze javelin's good. All right, I'll let you do the countdown.
All right. Match for fun, starting in 3, 2, 1, fight.
And we're off. Just out of curiosity, are you playing in first person or third person?
I always play in third person for fighting.
Same.
I'm probably going to switch that come VR though. Oh,
Same.
There you are.
Uh-oh.
Pole splitter.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
Oh, that was a sick hit with the pole splitter. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh shit, you behind me? Oh shit. Oh, there he is. Boom! Blaze javelin. Come on. Gotcha.
I've got a seriously fast bolt caster, so even though it doesn't do a lot of damage,
dude.
it is laying down some suppressive fire.
Oh, there you are.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Where'd that come from? Where the hell'd you go? Oh, there you are. Oh, he's coming out of the blaze challenge. Oh, just barely blocked me. He's hit me. Ah, damn. Switch back to the combat scope. Where are you running? Where are you running? Oh, damn, I lost you again. You went upstairs.
I hate how short you are.
Well, I hated the gag the first time I started this game, but once I found out I wanted to play PvP, I figured smaller hitbox.
Oh, that scatter blaster's doing work right now.
Oh, I love it, man. Where are you going? There you are.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, good
Damn,
shot. Good
damn,
shot.
damn, damn,
That did some
damn.
damage. That blaze chamber did some damage. Oh shit, snuck up behind me. Didn't you?
Oh, gotcha.
Oh shit, you got me beat again. Where are you at? What the hell is... Oh, now I see you. I'm trying to sneak. Oh, you run from me. I heard the jetpack. Yeah, see, this is so much better than having the icon on being able to see you.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, damn, where the hell did you go?
I can't stay hidden for too long because you'll regenerate.
I already did, man. You let it go too long.
Damn it.
Oh, shit. I still see you. Oh, that's coming from up high. Oh, he's got the high ground on me. Scatter blaster. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
God, that was close, dude. Oh, You ain't sneaking away from me.
Oh, I can't get out.
Oh, you got yourself trapped. Oh, yeah, I can't shoot. Oh, this spot where you got lucky, I got it. That's a dead zone for the weapons. Yeah, there's no escaping here. You have to go up. That's the only way out. That's for the refiner game, so the refiner's hard to get to. Oh, come on.
Shit. Dude, you were just barely taller than the wall. I didn't even see you running up.
Charge! About to start meleeing you.
Oh.
Oh, good shot, good shot. Oh. Where you at? I'm a little less than half shield. Oh, damn, 25% shield.
The final gambit.
Oh my god, damn. Oh, damn. Woo. Oh, you can get some hits, you get some good hits, damn.
Fuck, out of ammo.
Not me.
I've got to use my mining laser, dude.
I got 1,500 rounds. Oh, it's still hurting. It's still hurting. Oh, damn, is it hurting? Whoa, calm down. Holy shit, I can't escape it.
Oh. Dude, my screen is flashing red. I'm so close to dead, dude.
Mine too. Holy crap.
I'm down. Oh,
yes.
man.
Oh my god, that was so close. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 health bars left. Take a screenshot. Ooh, that was intense, man.
Dude, that was a good one.
It's the odd job of No Man's Sky.
Was that a GoldenEye reference?
Yeah.
Hilarious. Oh my god. Wizard says, "Oh, good fight, dude." Hidden, did you see that?
Smiled.
Hidden, if you're still watching, dude, I hope you saw that. That was, man.
I haven't smiled that much like playing this game in so long. Oh, my cheeks are hurting.
Super intense. Holy cow.
Ooh, yeah, that was a good 1v1, man. That was the most intense match I've ever had.
Oh.
Damn, I wish we had a time. We should have set a match timer just to see how long the match went. That was good.
That was a good one. Let me tell you what, that pulse spitter doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's like trying to escape an Uzi, dude. The bullets are flying everywhere.
Yeah, dude, and it scares you once you start taking like a good volley of that stuff. You're like, oh shit, I need to take some cover.
See, with the
screen start flashing all red.
Yep. With the blaze javelin, I'm really good at picking people out of the air. So I like using the bolt caster because even though it's only dealing like 8 or 12 DPS depending on range, I've got an old mod on there that it's a pre-next mod where my bolt caster is just really fast and it just slaps you, man.
You don't have a ricochet module on it, do you?
No, I had to take some advice from Sword, and I had to find I had to roll that thing out of there.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I didn't notice when we were fighting, but yeah, if you have that ricochet module, then it will nullify player damage.
Yeah, it does no player damage, which I did not know. No, that is well off of there. No, so I killed Snow with the bolt caster in one of the rounds, where he kept jumping in the air, and normally I'm pretty good with the blaze javelin tagging people in the air, and it does like 108 like smack dab, and but he kept flying around just because he figured his best chance of survival was staying airborne. So I just started ripping him with the bolt caster while he was in the air, and I mean it when you've got like 70 rounds a clip and you could just sit there and just lay it down, it's kind of hard to recover quickly, and you can and I've got the fast reload, so I can reload real quick and get right back at it. So speaking of which, I need to craft more bolt caster ammunition.
You got the module where it attracts to anything, Wizard says? I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah, there's a module where it'll pull it to. Mm-hmm.
So
I don't have that.
Like homing bullets.
Kind of, yeah.
Or tracer bullets. Or something.
No, it's called homing something or other. That was a pre-next mod as well, which I don't know if that's available in next or not. Wizard, let me know. But I remember seeing it. Yeah, it's called homing something or other, and it'll draw the bolts directly towards somebody. Oh man, if I had that, imagine having that with the rate of fire that I have, it would just pull all the bolts towards you. Nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty. All right, let's see here.
Oh, I don't see you anymore right now. I'm trying to find you. I forgot we had to play Microsoft.
Well, I'm trying to kind of heal myself and whatnot again. Okay, so.
You need any resources? Let me know.
I know, so that I don't have to like reload the save and drop out of lobby.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. Well, I think I need to throw some stuff in my blaze javelin.
Just to recharge it or repair?
No, just to recharge it. I don't think I have any actual.
Oh, ammo I can make tons of right now. I got.
Well, I don't think I have any weapons down. I've got plasma launcher. I probably should just delete that so I don't accidentally use it.
Yeah. Me and Chip did some test fighting the other night here just to see how fighting felt. we just ran one quick match, and we both ended up killing each other.
With plasma launcher?
Or killing ourselves, yeah, with the plasma launcher.
It's very easy to do, especially like in a confined environment like that.
Yeah, in there, yeah, especially.
But it deals an ungodly amount of damage. It's a one shotter. LOL, grenade dead. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and delete that out of there. Just so I don't accidentally use it.
When he was shooting me with it, it was doing nothing, like, to my shield. But, like, killing yourself is a one-shotter, for sure.
It wasn't doing anything to your shield?
It was barely. It was, like, barely detonate. It took him, like, unloading, like, 3 or 4 clips to almost get me down to, like, 50% shield with 6 shield modules.
Wizard says the geology cannon's better. So, going back to Chimp Sidious real quick, does he have an S-Class multi-tool yet? Because Agent Tomcat found one in FDI. We need to get it. We need to get it for him.
He still needs to get the portal glyphs, or he needs to get a Uber to one.
Oh, he doesn't even have all the portal glyphs.
Yeah, I went to one the other night that somebody had found. I think that Slade had found in the FDI in S-Class, and I was sitting there. Or no, it was one of the ones from Zane's video where he did like the top 10 alien multi-tools.
Right.
I had Chimp pick one out of there, and then I jumped through a portal, and I had tried to have Chimp join my game. And when he did it, it was just leaving him on the entrance side of the portal where I came through.
Huh.
It wasn't letting him spawn where the multi-tool was on the other side of it. It was weird.
I think that you ever heard of a civ called TOG? They're not really active anymore these days.
Yeah, Top of the Galaxy.
Yeah, but I think that they still might have the location where you only need the first 2 glyphs, and then you can get to a planet where they have all of the glyphs highlighted.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Chip. He only has the first one. That's all I said. I said, if you can find one more, I was like, there's somewhere I know that somebody discovered a planet.
I'm gonna test it.
Glyphs on one planet.
I'm gonna go to that planet and see if that's still legit or if players have ruined it, because you can get all of the glyphs in like no time. Dude,
we could probably do that here in the FDI. I mean, it's not that hard to find. We just have. You
just gotta.
So we have to start a new game.
Yeah. Well, what's it called? The funny thing about Chimp is that we live in damn near the same city, and he's a real life friend of mine. And but our times to be able to play, we never ever get a chance to link up. It's so funny because I end up being able to link up with other people in the game far more often than him, and he's actually my real life friend.
Yeah.
You ready for one more match?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
And then we can change locale.
Do you need actual shoot ammo?
Nope, I got everything.
All right.
I got 1,000 bullets of. I think that's more than I'll need.
I like rocking about 2,000 just in case. I meant to put some portable refiners here and there with like ammo just sitting in it.
Yeah. Well, that's not a bad idea. The what's it called? The bolt caster doesn't use as many rounds per minute or per second or whatever as the your scatter blaster. So
yeah,
you'll drain your ammo much quicker through that thing. All right, I'll go on the other side.
I'm only getting about 5 shots.
So I'll go on the other side this time, kind of like the after the second quarter of a NBA game. Just to keep it fresh.
All right. 2, 3, 4. How many? You got full health modules?
Yep.
I'm missing 4 still. Shit. I might maybe should go some of those things.
I think I've got full health modules.
Mine are missing from the last battle. I just need to like heal and see if I can build some of those.
Yeah. My health modules are full.
I'll build here.
I wasn't sure what the left directional button actually did, but It actually just pulls up your stats on the HUD. I wonder if they're going to end up assigning those buttons to anything.
I'm wondering how the motion controls are gonna be.
So that what they're going to do is, because people have different levels of motion sickness in different ways. So they're going to do what no other vertical wing haulers. I'm really into those right now. You've got one in the system. They're going to do what no other VR game has done, and they're going to include all controls, I think. So you'll be able to use the PlayStation Move controllers. You'll be able to use your actual PS4 controller. You'll be able to use the aim controller. I think that they're going to add all controller types in there. The thing is that they're also going to add all movement types. So if you're the kind of person where you feel like you're going to get severe motion sickness, you can do teleport style, where you point and click and you just kind of warp that direction. Or you can do like a complete free range of movement. I'm going to do free range of movement because
that's not what I like. I like the teleport so far in VR. I'd rather, like you said, full range is much more comfortable.
For me, it is, because I don't suffer from motion sickness. I've played some really intense VR games like Ace Combat 7, and I've played Eve Valkyrie, for example, which that game it's a space combat game. So there's no gravity in space, so you can just sit there and twist and spin and corkscrew all you want. And and I'll be sitting there and I'll be doing a corkscrew bank turn while like looking out of my side window and then like looking behind me and stuff like that, and I get no motion sickness. So I'm ready for No Man's Sky VR 100%.
I haven't had a bad experience in VR yet. No motion sickness. My roommate's been getting it a little bit.
I know. Well, see, now that I know that I don't get motion sickness with virtual reality, it almost makes me like want to like time travel back in time and then like just become an astronaut, because I feel like G's and stuff like that won't affect me as much.
Yeah.
Well, I guess G's are like a physical thing, and like VR is like a mental one, but either way.
Oh yeah, I was watching YouTube the other day with VR on, and I found a video where you could fly with the Blue Angels, and they were doing those big spins, like real quick spins, and I was getting that knot in my stomach from it, and I was like, that's the only thing I'm missing is feeling the G's.
Yep.
Other than that, I'm getting the same like sick kind of feeling in my gut that I imagine you would get from doing it.
Mm-hmm. Wizard in the chat says, I hate that teleport thing. Yep. It is the worst.
Yeah. I got the PSVR with that came with Borderlands lightsaber, and Borderlands has the teleport or the use the motion button to move forward, and I can't do that teleport in it at all.
It just it breaks the immersion. The teleport movement breaks the immersion, and I hope that Hello Games doesn't pull that shit they did with the original release of No Man's Sky, where they say they took away planetary rotation because the playtesters found it too difficult. I don't give a fuck about the playtesters. I don't want I don't want teleport movement. Do not give me like.
That's in the patch notes, right? Like the patch notes for the very first patch that was the launch patch.
What is?
It says it. It says it in there that's where they took out planetary rotation.
Yeah, it's like make it an option. Make it an option where you can turn it off.
Launch. Yeah, I think you're right, man. I think part 3 is probably going to be some type of space overhaul, and that's going to be part of it. They're going to bring that back.
Think about it, bro.
We've been crying for it, and all they do is listen to the community.
But it's not even that. So like Sean Murray said that like a lot of what's in the update aren't even things that people specifically asked for, but it's just they've seen how people play the game, and like they know that people are going to like those features. That's what I'm the most excited about. It's the stuff that you don't expect, where they're like, oh, because they play the game like this and they do this in the game, I know that inherently they're going to enjoy these particular features. Like that right there, like that is what's got me excited. But the reason why I think it's going to be a space update, I don't care if people get upset about speculation. Don't allow speculation to become expectation. That's the number one rule on Hidden Panda Show.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Space is the only thing, the only thing that has not been touched since the original launch of the game. All they've done is just tweak the appearance of the galactic map, but that's it. Nothing has been done. Nothing has been done.
The only other thing I think you could say is planetary rings.
Which
are great. They're great, but that's not a space overhaul.
That's purely aesthetic.
Yeah.
That's purely aesthetic. What I'm talking about is, and I've been calling for it, and I hope that they've seen my videos. My channel's so goddamn small, they probably don't even know who the fuck I am. But I hope they've seen it, because the one thing I'm calling for, what I would like to see is open the skybox. Just open it. I don't care. Change the warp animation, but just open it. I want to travel from star system to star system. I want to pilot my freighter, and I want frigates to be multi-cruise ships. That's it. Yeah. Those three things make that happen.
It makes sense that since they're so bare bones right now that it's just that would be the next step with them. And that is another thing that the community has been asking for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, okay. It's like this. In Elite Dangerous, right? Whether you like the game or not, when you go to travel to a different star system, you pull up the galactic map, you're working within a three-dimensional framework, kind of like you are in this game. But this game has a two-dimensional travel system, really. You know, the planets are very close together, and they all typically tend to be within a line. And in Elite Dangerous, it's not quite that simple. You have your warp reactor where you can jump large, vast amounts of space, but then you have your frame shift drive where you just sort of boost towards a particular star system. So if you can select a star in your galactic map, it highlights the star in your frame of reference. When you're looking at out of your cockpit, that star in your HUD becomes highlighted. You then have to aim your ship at it, and then you frame shift towards that star. Okay, so all of the immersion, the immersion is there. You have to go into your galactic map. You have to chart a course. Once you pick your destination appears as a real object in a physical frame of reference. You then have to aim your ship at it, and you have to fly towards it. As you approach, you have to slow down and drop out of frame shift and take into account that the fact that the object that you might be flying towards is currently rotating around a star. It might be a moon, a space station, whatever the case is. Now, No Man's Sky doesn't have to get that realistic, but all of these points, because somebody discovered this like 2 updates ago, 2 major overhauls ago, that all of the stars that you see in the night sky are accurate to where you are in the galactic map.
I've seen that as well.
You've seen that, right? So those so those stars, they match the galactic map. So it's not that big of a departure to say when you're in space and you select a destination, a waypoint, that you just point your ship at one of them and just fly towards it in an open way. Even if it's an animation or like a cutscene to a degree, as long as they do it in such a way where it doesn't break the immersion, I'm okay with that. Because what the warp screen to me feels like is it doesn't matter where you're aiming. Okay, you just select a star and then you warp to it, and it just goes into a load screen. You see some flashing lights, and then you're there. And it's the weakest point of the entire game. No Man's Sky kills every other space game in every other way but that way. Planetary exploration kills it. No other game touches it. You know, in terms of you can fly from space down to a planet's atmosphere, land on its surface, explore its surface, its caves, its oceans. And it's an entire planet. No one else is even close. No one. Once they get space figured out, what other game is even going to compete with it? If they get space right, no one can fucking touch No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
I get so hyped. Wizard says if they've sorted out the processing for VR, then the load warp screen should be reduced. Well, that and VR, the current way that you warp looks really terrible without VR. In VR, it's going to be just as terrible. You know what I mean? If not more so. They really do have to change it. And it's been the same exact animation from the very beginning of the game.
It's a weird color scheme. Just the colors are even weird.
Yeah. You know? It's the one thing that's holding the game back, because the different star systems feel like levels. you know,
Yeah.
and all they've got to do is just break the box, and it no longer feels like a level. Yeah, Rough Nut says loading screen. We got Tariq Stark in the chat. Tariq Stark says, hey, what is going on, Tariq? Tariq, give me some more animes that I need to check out, man. I watched all of Ultraman. That was a great recommendation. Big shout out to Tariq Starks for letting me know about that. Also, Tariq, I don't know if you have Sony Crackle. Probably no one has Sony Crackle, but I do. And there's an anime on there called Dalos, Dalos, and it was one of the, if not the first serialized anime ever. And it was made like in the 70s or 80s, and it's about this moon colony. And I don't want to spoil it, so we're just going to leave it there. But it's really, really good, Tariq. And if you like anime and you're okay with watching an old-style anime, check out Dalos on Sony Crackle. That's Dalos. Super dope. Big shout-out to Tariq. Tariq Sark says The Seven Deadly Sins on Netflix. All right. I'm going to check that out. Wizard says a truly open universe. Absolutely. And Rough Nut says agreed. I think he's agreeing with the big old cuddly panda bear. And that's why I like Rough Nuts. All right, you ready for round two?
Let's do this. I'll fly over the other side.
All right. Guys, while we're doing this PvP match right here, we're not going to be able to follow the chat as closely. So just kind of keep that in mind. My rule that I always let everybody know is if I'd like to read all the comments. I'd go out of my way and make a big effort to go over all the comments with you guys, and I want to interact with you guys on a person-by-person basis. If you guys comment something that I did not get to and you really want me to get to it, just say it again. And I promise you at some point I'll see it.
Up here in front of me too.
Perfect. We got okay. Hold up. Hold the floor. Sword is in the chat.
Here.
Sword the Horde is in the chat. Welcome to the Hidden Panda Show, Sword. Thank you for stopping by, guys.
We're not worthy.
Guys. It's like the Hidden Panda Show was around way before Sword, but like he's more famous now, so I have to bow. I messaged Sword the other day. I either messaged him or I told him in the comments. I said, when you get like really famous and you start like a multi-channel network, just make sure that you pick up Hidden Panda Show as one of your channels. That's my only requirement, Sword. You gotta let me be one of your channels if you become a big YouTube superstar. Big shout out to Sword. Sword says I'm blushing.
Old co-host for Cobra now.
I know, dude, but you know, he has that personality, he has that panache, and then the way that he plays the game, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I'm more of a chill streamer. Like I'm not really particularly accomplishing anything when I play. I'm kind of not doing anything, or I'm speculating or whatever. But Sword, he plays the game. He understands the game, the mechanics, and I feel like when you watch his streams, you're learning about how to play the game. Even for somebody like me who's got almost 1,000 hours in the game. I still learn things from Sword all the time. So, guys, let's give Sword some love in the chat. Big shout out to Sword. He's just an awesome guy. And he turned me on to Zane's World. And big shout out to Zane as well. And congratulations on becoming the official co-host of Cobra TV. That's huge. That's going to do a lot for your channel. And you're going to do a lot for Cobra TV, too. It's not just one-sided. Cobra needs somebody like you on the channel, somebody to help moderate, and somebody that's got a really good personality like yours. And so congratulations to everything you got going on with your streaming and with your channel, man.
The first stream they did together was hilarious.
Oh, it was great. Yeah. So big love for Sword over here at the Hidden Panda Show, man. And it's been a pleasure watching your channel grow and watching you grow as a streamer, and I'm just super happy that we met and that I, in some small way, helped encourage you to do this, and you've become a gift to the No Man's Sky community, Sword, so I really appreciate you being around. All right. Now that I'm done ogling over Sword, let's do this. All right, I'll do the countdown this time.
Reload my weapons and hit my blaze javelin with some power. Alright, we are good to go.
Alright, and on one, we're gonna go. Sword,
alright.
Make sure you watch this, buddy. This one's for you. Sword is tearing up right now. What's going on, Mario Bird? We got Grim Chiefer Gaming says, LOL, his head, it isn't gonna fit in that chat now. I know. I just bigged up his head big time, super inflated. But you know, he deserves it. He's worth it. So, and big shout out to Mrs. Sword for letting him stream so much for us. Like, you know, like she doesn't nag him. It's fucking sick. It's awesome. So, big shout out to Mrs. Sword as well. All right, here we go. Countdown. 3, 2, 1. We're off.
Let's do this.
Ooh, see, I came from the other side last time, so I don't know my way around on this side of the field.
It's pretty much mirrored. It should be a pretty close mirror image of everything. Ooh, nice hit. Come on, change weapon. Why are you changing? Ah. There we go. Where are you going, buddy? Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, no.
Drilling down, drilling down.
God.
Suppressive fire, suppressive fire.
Where are you going? There you are. Same ring around the rosy.
Oh, shit. Dude, that pulse spitter is wicked, dude.
Pulse spitter! Rushing you, I'm rushing you. Oh.
Anybody that's new to the chat, just to catch you guys up, we already had one battle, and Arsenal was the victor. Barely, I might add, but he was the victor. It was actually probably the most fun PvP match I've had yet.
Oh, come on. Oh, he's trying to steal away. He's trying to get away. He's got to get that shield back.
And for anybody that was worried about PvP in No Man's Sky or didn't think it was going to be a good component or it can't be fun,
Where the hell did you go?
this is for you, because this shit is badass. All right.
I keep losing. Oh, there you go. Up the stairs. Aha!
Bro, I got too much of a potty mouth. My channel can never get monetized. I curse way too much. YouTube will never let me get monetized, bro. I could have 3 million subscribers. They'd demonetize me all the time, probably. All right, let's see.
I thought you jumped down here.
I can't escape.
I built this. I know every nook and cranny. Damn. Oh, you and that mining beam. Get off me with that.
Boom.
It doesn't hurt as much as it is annoying.
Yeah, it does very little PvP damage. You can actually
nice hit.
You can actually modify it to do a lot more combat damage than mining damage, but mine is more toward mining.
Really? Oh, you have to explain this to me later. I definitely think mine's set for mining damage. Or for mining. Ooh, I missed. Scatter blaster.
Oh, damn,
Ooh,
damn,
you almost got me.
damn
Okay,
it.
I'm down to like 10% shield.
Damn it.
Fuck.
Oh, I'm panicking. I gotta calm down. I'm panicking.
We're running from each other.
Oh,
We're right
no,
next to each
no,
other.
no. I'm going down. I'm going down. Oh.
You will not run. Oh, my shield's almost down. Damn it, I just shut myself from falling. You can't escape.
Oh, critical damage, critical damage. It's almost over for me. It's almost lights out.
Where's he at?
The sun is setting on Panda.
Combat scope.
That fucking mining beam. Damn, I'm down. I died. Goddamn mining beam. That sucks. Dude, fuck that mining beam. Oh, that is the worst. That is...
Maxed out for damage.
Hold up. Sword says, guys, you need to bring this to the Thunderdome one Friday night. Yeah, let's work it out, bro.
Yeah, of course. We've already been, we've been wanting to do that.
Arsenal's arenas, the world needs to see them. They need to, people, they have to taste the blood. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. Grim Chief for Gaming says, never expected Deathmatch in No Man's Sky to be badass. That's what we've been trying to show. That's what we've been saying.
Exactly.
He sees it. He sees it.
I built arenas in the Galactic hub. And Galactic Hub ran tournaments, and it's great. And I love the Galactic Hub. They have my heart. But when I came to the FDI, I found home, and I found the people that want to do this. That's why I build my arenas here now.
I appreciate that. And we love having you, and we love the arenas. And people were so scared. When you think about it, when the game came out, it was such a lonely and solitary experience, and everything was about cooperation and working together. So when the opportunity for multiplayer came and the possibility of PvP, everybody was really scared, understandably. What does that mean? Are we going to have griefers? But guys, this isn't the same gaming community as other gaming communities. This is fucking no man's sky. We are the best gaming community out there, and we knew that we could have fun with PvP. Arsenal knew that we could have fun with PvP, and he came to the FDI and he made it happen, and you guys are seeing it. And you know what, Arsenal? We should show these guys some of the other arenas that you've built.
I'm down, man. All we got to do is work to them. They're
So
all within range here.
yes, sir. And I've got the ship that I use for warping, so that's what we're gonna do. And I just need to find my traveler grave. I died midair. There we go.
The actual FDI arena is another close quarters one, so let's maybe head to the Atlas arena.
The Atlas Arena?
That's a little more open.
It's definitely more open than the Coliseum style one.
Yeah.
How many do we have now? So there's the Coliseum style one. There's the Atlas Arena. There's this one, and what else? I think there's Wizards, but that'll probably crash.
Yeah, Chimp's built all of his inside of Pidstain as well, I believe.
Chimp did build his inside of Pidstain.
I have two others that I'm working on right now inside of the FDI. I just haven't talked about them. I definitely have those coming.
Nope, that's okay. We can work with what we got. Let's go to the Atlas Arena, which is probably my favorite designed one, and that's where Snow Obsidian was slain by the Panda himself and by Captain Steve. It's one of my favorites. You guys should really see it. It's really cool looking. It's a really great build. And then after that, we'll finish up at the Coliseum because that's just fucking cool. So, and it's just a really cool looking build, and so yeah. Let me see if
you need to fix any tech.
Well, my grave didn't work. I flew into my grave, but I didn't get anything back, so I might have just missed it. It looks like no tech is damaged, but I'll let you know. Come on, fly through the door. There we go. Dude, my traveler grave isn't working.
That's really weird. You might have to.
I might have to reload. Yeah, traveler grave is not working at all.
Oh, maybe is it because you're flying to try and grab it?
Oh, there it goes. Got it.
It's not even popping up the icon. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it didn't pop up the icon to interact with it, but
I was gonna say stand on the railing that's up there.
All I had to do was look up at it. It didn't actually need me to fly up to it at all. I just had to look up at it. It wasn't too high. So let me make sure I've got warp fuel. Do what?
I was watching on my screen. I got your stream pulled up here.
Oh, okay, cool. Do you have any warp cells by chance? I thought I had warp cells.
I believe so. My starship? Yeah, I got some of my starship. We can actually just hit the teleporter. I've got a teleporter right here.
Oh yeah, that won't mess anything up, will it?
No.
With the lobby? So. Cool.
No. Just I found that if you had freighters in the system, then that's usually what starts screwing up PvP a lot.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna filter by other people's bases, and we're gonna go to Atlas Arena.
You hop through, and I'll be right behind you. Yeah, I originally built this arena in the Galactic Hub, but with Visions or something, it was on a planet that got completely overgrown, so I tore it down, and then I just rebuilt it to the T from in here.
Right. I'm seeing FDI Arena 1.0. Where's the? Oh, there we go. Atlas Arena. Perfect. Okay. Sword says, one of you get me Hubert to one of these arenas tonight. Dude, totally will. Totally will.
No problem, man.
By the way, your amazing Pidstain base on PlayStation 4 Sword is gone, which really makes me sad. let's see here. Roughnut said we need suit cloaking in No Man's Sky. That would be hilarious, like just to go invisible for a period of time.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like some Metal Gear style stuff.
Sword says get us a sign up and I'll schedule it, dude. I'll get Snow on that. It'll be me, Arsenal, Snow. I'll see if Chimp's down. We can find some people and we can do like a tiered system. So yeah, we'll work that out. It would be an honor to have that on a subcast on a Friday night, dude. .com says FDI with the exclamation marks. That's what's up. Rough Nut says here. Perfect. Awesome community, man, dude. One of the best. No Man's Sky is one of the best, if not the best community in gaming. Period. And Sword says Panda, message me on Discord after the stream about the Thunderdome. Will do.
I have been working on it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it, but I've been building an arena on the Coda system for Convergence Con, in case they were trying to do fights there.
If I can get my work schedule lined up for that, I would be so down to do that. I was part of the planning committee for the Convergence Con, but I had to drop out because I could not dedicate enough time to it. Because between the FDI and my channel and everything else, and before any more time passed, and I would like disappoint Cobra, I just decided, you know what, I can't make it happen, so let me just drop out, let other people take it over. And Grammy came in and looks like she's been doing some good work on getting it all set up. So
I went to the wrong arena.
Oh, did you? Oh, did you go to Atlas 1.0?
I went to one that I built in the Galactic Hub.
Oh, okay. Whenever you warp in through the terminus, your ship ends up inside of the base. So just keep in mind you need to have some launch thrusters so you can move it out of the way.
Yeah. I'll be fine. Always carry uranium and pyrite.
I always just buy stacks of like launch fuel. I buy so much of my resources because I have like 4.1 billion units that like I forget like how to craft a lot of just basic items sometimes because I buy so much of it.
I buy my basic stuff. I just go buy my ferrite dust and pure ferrite and all the basic elements. I'll still craft everything myself, but yeah, I'm at the same point. I'm so rich that I just buy everything.
Exactly.
Mine ferrite.
Now, only if that wealth could translate to my real life, and then I could just be so like if I had 4.1 billion units in real life, that would be awesome. I'd like go to Starbucks and buy like the most fancy coffee that takes me 15 minutes to order one coffee, and then I'll pay for it with my galactic units.
Stark Wolf just joined chat.
That's what's up. What's going on, Stark Wolf? Hell yeah. Stark Wolf, I figured out why I couldn't stream to Twitch. So we did a second Red Dead stream last night, and I had to do it on YouTube because me and Hidden tried it on Twitch like several times, but it wouldn't work. Well, come to find out that the Twitch app on my PlayStation hadn't been updated, and I thought it would do that automatically, but it didn't have the most recent update, and online services are disabled when you don't have the most recent update. So that's why I could not stream to Twitch. But I got that fixed, so now I can. So I had made a commitment that basically if I stream, specifically with streams, a game that is not No Man's Sky, it would be on Twitch. So I'm going to hold up to my promise on that. And then the YouTube channel will be No Man's Sky streams exclusively for now. And then uploaded content can be about whatever I want. Like when I do edited videos and things like that, the topic can be whatever I want. But streaming will be No Man's Sky on the YouTube channel. Everything else will go to Twitch, and I've got the Twitch problem figured out now as well. So Starkwolf says, dang updates. I'm on Twitch and following you on that as well. I know. And a couple of people ended up following me over to Twitch also. For you guys that are in the chat, if you have Twitch or if you do not follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitch at Hidden Panda Show. I'm going to start streaming there a whole lot more often. So, yeah. Anyway. All right. Are you here yet?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Perfect. So do you want to start in the corners or do you want to start in the stands?
I I start in the corners. I kind of built those as stands to be for like stands.
Sure. Give me 1 second, guys. My dad's calling. Hello.
Hey, Pat.
Hey.
You gonna watch?
I probably will watch them. Yeah. Okay. No idea, but I'll check him out. Okay. Well, I'll definitely check him out tonight, and then I'll let you know my opinions. All right, love you, Dad. All right, bye. Sorry, guys. I just got a text from my wife that I'm not going to get into it. It's a good thing. All right, let's see here. All right, I'm back. Sorry. You still there, Arsenal?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I don't see you.
Sword says Panda's getting lucky tonight. Yeah, that's exactly like, yeah. Well, she has to go to yoga tonight, but she texted me that she doesn't want it. She wants to come home instead for that, yeah. Grim Chiefer Gaming says, what's up with that? 13 watching and only 4 thumbs up. That's what I'm saying. Quit fucking around, y'all. Get to it. Hit the like button.
Yeah, I'm playing. I'm used to watching your channel. I'm doing both.
But yeah, guys, if you are watching and you are new to this channel, make sure that you like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. I've got a pretty set schedule with my job now, so streaming has been happening a lot more often. So usually like 1 to 2 times a week I've been streaming now, and sometimes more. So for me, that's pretty consistent. So yeah, like and subscribe. Also follow me on Twitch at Hidden Panda Show. Follow me on Twitter at Hidden Panda Show. Pretty easy to remember. Add me on Xbox One. My gamer tag is PandaPoopy1. On PlayStation 4, it's PandaPoopy1. That's right. You guessed it. It's the same on both. Join the FDI, guys. Let me find a link and put the link in the chat there. The cool thing about the FDI, what I will say, because I'm not here to just market my Civ or anything like that, but there's no participation required. There's no naming conventions. There's no bullshit rules. There's other really great communities for that. If you like a little bit of structure and things like that, there's the UAS. That's a really awesome Civ. You've got the NMS Cafe. There's the Galactic Hub. You've got the Amino Hub. There's a lot of really great communities and civs out there that have a little bit more structure. But what ends up happening is that on those days where you're feeling like you need a little less structure and you cross the line with some of those communities, they tend to be quick to respond. They might ban you. They might time you out. They might, there's repercussions for that. That's what the FDI is here for. So for when you want to explore, when you want to just be in a place with a bunch of really cool people and explore and do PvP matches and all that kind of stuff, that's where the FDI is. We have a growing wiki. We're now, thanks to Into the Door on the Gamepedia page, we've got a historical record being built. So,
oh yeah, need to get on that.
Yep. So guys, don't be afraid to join our little neck of the woods here. By coming to the FDI, that does not necessarily mean that like we don't want you being part of any other Civ. We're not exclusive in that way. That's not how we roll. We are friends with the AGT, with the Galactic Hub, with the Amino Hub, with the NMS Cafe, with the Coda Hub. We're friends with everybody. So we are the place that you go when you don't want to be restricted by any particular rules. All right, guys, we just don't have that. And I've not had to ban anybody yet. So people just understand that, They just understand the rules. Like, it's just respect. That's it. It's really easy to remember. Just respect our space, respect each other, and do whatever you want. And I've found that by reducing the amount of rules, we end up with a really, really cool crowd over there. We've got a chat. The chat, there's somebody in it 24/7. We've got people from all around the world that are in there chatting on just about every time zone, including Australia. You know, so it's just one of those things where, you know, we've got things going all the time. I just got a friend request on PlayStation from Rough Nuts. Big shout out to Rough Nuts. Can't wait to explore with you, my friend. I've got people on my friends list that literally their whole objective in life is to, when they see me playing No Man's Sky and I'm online, to just drop in my game and kill me. It happens more often than you guys would think it happens, but that's literally, they just want to shoot me out of the sky. That's perfectly acceptable.
Bring it on today.
Yep. It's perfectly acceptable in the FDI. Tariq says cities, ship customization, NPC, and maybe new starship parts. I think we're getting all that, Tariq, for sure. I think we're getting all of that. So, Rough Nut says that's why the No Man's Sky community is so great. Yeah, dude, that is why. All right, so I'm in my corner, and let me make sure I've got ammo. Yeah, got quite a lot of ammo still.
Which corner are you in? Because I just haven't seen you.
So let me fly up and out. I forgot what color corner I'm in, and then the time of day that it is now, I can't even tell. But just look up, you'll see me flying in the bleachers. So I was directly across from you. I guess this is the white corner.
Oh, I see you. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, you're right in front of me. Straight across from me.
All right.
I was making sure we weren't orbs. All right. Here we go. I'm ready.
All right. This time, I'll let you do the countdown.
Fight number 3, this one at the Atlas Arena. Commence in 3, 2, 1.
And we're off.
Oh, nice hit. Not today, sir.
Dude.
That looks so weird on my screen.
Dude, we were just taking those shots, dude. Eating bullets.
Oh, that was 300 against a rock. I thought that was you. Ooh, that pulse spitter's getting me. I'm down below 50.
Damn it. Oh.
About 25%.
Oh my gosh.
Where are you running? Where are you running? Where are you running? Careful, don't waste your jetpack because you'll hit hard on these low gravity planets. From New Panda.
I'm so scared.
Oh, I just landed hard.
Oh my god, I'm so scared. Oh shit, my shield's down. Already.
Punch the face.
I got pistol whipped.
Damn, now I lost you. I hear your jetpack. Oh, there you are. Oh, Blaze Javelin hit. That was good. I got like 10%.
Got you in the air. Got you in the air.
I got like 10% shield. 5%. He's trying to run. I can't let him get away. Gotta keep that shield regenerating. There you are. There you are.
Oh, these low gravity planets will fuck you, dude. I just dropped off the roof and broke my legs.
I just pistol whipped you again. Dude, my shield's about to be back. Oh no, damn! I fell too hard. Yeah, damn! I broke my legs too.
Dude, I saw you. I saw you fly up, but I didn't see you land. And that is scary as shit, dude.
Down.
That is so scary. Okay. Oh. Dude, I hit a part of the map where I couldn't use my weapon.
Oh shit! 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 Thank God for that shield. We're hiding, Panda. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Boom!
Damn it, through the shield.
Oh, scatter blast. Rabbit, yeah.
Damn. Death by pistol whip. Nope, death by shotgun.
Oh, good shot. That was close again, man. You have my shield down again.
All right, we got to have one more match here. It's like 2 matches per location.
Yeah.
Dude, your character is so small, and like this map, it's easy to blend in with the environment depending on what color you are.
It is so dark here. I need to do something with lighting or something, I think.
No, but that's cool though, because I see like flashes of you. Like you'll fly through the air and then you're gone, and then you're behind me shooting me in the back.
Yeah.
So it's like I have so much like fear on this map. I'm so scared. Okay, let's see.
That's why I love fighting without the player markers on. That element of just being able to sneak up on somebody or not knowing if they're there.
That's true. It's pretty exciting. Oh, I need to go get some ferrite.
Oh, here, I got plenty.
Oh, okay.
You're in the yellow?
A yellow
I
corner.
think I just seen
Yeah.
you. Here, I'm right in here with you.
.com says Arsenal's a tough opponent. I know, dude. Holy cow. I'm getting my ass handed to me right now.
I took second place in the Galactic tournaments, or the Galactic Hubs tournament last year, and I've had quite a few matches. My buddy that helped me build up started helping me build arenas in the first place. He was my quote unquote battle trainer. He was my he let me beat him up for fun, basically. And I probably had about 25 matches before I fought in the Galactic Hubs tournament with him.
Damn.
So I've got a few matches under my belt. But I just still could never beat Snow, man. Not with that legacy multi-tool. Not like you did.
Snow's just he was just a beast. But you know, it wasn't just me though. It was me and Captain Steve. So he was, you know, one of us was distracting him. So that made it easier, but I was able to beat him a couple of times. But I think if it was just me and him, mano y mano. And the thing is he's got an A class pre-next. That's how strong pre-next multi-tools are. Yeah,
Jesus.
it's not even an S class. It's an A class pre-next alien multi-tool, and that thing it deals so much damage.
Yeah, I know he's got a plus 64%, like
Yeah.
or 69% or something before any upgrades.
And mine, let me look at my multi-tool. Mine's a plus 44%. So
I'm rocking
S class.
for damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got more than me, bud. I'm plus 34.
Plus 34. Do you have the hair dryer style? The experimental?
No, I have the alien multi-tool.
Oh, yours is an alien and mine's higher rated?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I used to live in the Galactic Hub before Next. Mine's pre-Next, and I found it in the Galactic Hub, so that might be why.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Because the pre-Next multi-tools they're just rugged.
Hold on to that one then.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, my damage potential was like just over 3,000, 3,089%.
Hey guys, if you feel like anybody would enjoy seeing a No Man's Sky PvP match, feel free to share this YouTube video, man. Send the link out. Let's get some new people in here. Maybe we can find some fresh blood to do some PvP stuff. So You know.
Yeah, people want to fight. I'm down to fight usually on the weekends is when I'm off. I just got lucky today and got a free day off work.
See,
try
and
and share a link to the GCB for the Galactic Combat Battery for PvP fight.
yep. Hey, yeah, share that link in the chat so people can join directly. Like if you're more interested in the PvP battles and you necessarily don't want to be part of the FDI Civ, the Galactic Combat Battery is one of the FDI Civs that is specifically focused on PvP, and you can just chill there. You don't even have to necessarily be part of the whole FDI experience. So,
Yeah.
but it's
a good. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Good.
No, I was gonna say this is the arena, so I'm kind of doing like an overhead view of it with the camera, just to let you guys see what this arena looks like. So for those that haven't seen it before, so this is the arena that we're fighting at now. So lots of objects in the way, lots of places to hide. It's very open, which is cool. And then I can't wait to show the final the Coliseum. You can run up on the walls and run around and shoot. It's one of my favorites. It's just the way that you can attack players is really unique at that one, but it's very small and cramped. But it's a super, super cool arena. So, but Rough Nut said his multi-tool is plus 89 damage. It's pre-next.
Sure.
Wow, dude. You would smoke us all, I think.
Let's go, Rough Nuts. I'll take you on, buddy.
All right, guys. So LC Kaufman in the chat is Arsenal. That's who I'm playing right now. He just put the link to the Galactic Combat Battery. That is the FDI official PvP Civ. Him and Chimp Sidious run it. And you can go there and schedule some matches with people who are interested in PvP. So right now it's predominantly PlayStation 4, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's always going to be limited to that, but that's just where we're at. But yeah, so Galactic Combat Battery, big shout out. Thank you, Arsenal, for coming to the FDI and helping put that together. Big shout out to Chimp Sidious as well for helping to run and manage the Galactic Combat Battery. And the match between myself, Captain Steve, and Snow Obsidian, that match was scheduled out of the Galactic Combat Battery Civ. So make sure you guys check that out. So Rough Nut says, I'm rubbish though, LOL. Hey, dude, you don't have to be good. It's fun. It's fun, and there's no consequences.
You might honestly be better than you think you are, because you don't know how good you are at shooting in this one in No Man's Sky until you try it.
That's very true. And also, at the beginning of the stream,
first-person shooter.
Yeah, I'm terrible at first-person shooters, but I'm okay at this, And
Yeah, same.
as you saw, we saved outside of a physical save point at the original SRB base. So when this is all said and done, we just reload our manual save, and everything that we had before this is right back. Our setup, all of our resources, everything is right back to where it was. There's literally no penalty. It doesn't hurt, and it's a whole lot of fun, guys. All right, so I'm in the yellow corner. We've got some daylight out now, so
I'm across from you.
I think that's going to give me a bit of a better advantage there than I had before. All right.
All right, I'm gonna make sure my stuff's full here. Yep, I'm good to go.
Chase B says internet went out since I sent my last comments. What did I miss? You missed Arsenal whipping my ass yet again. I've not won a match. He's beat me 3 times now in a row. Anyway. Rough Nut says that's great. Yeah, dude, it's really like there's nothing to lose, and it just gives you something different to do. What have you been doing since 2016 August, right? You've been shooting fucking rocks and finding ships. That's it.
Yeah, scanning creatures.
Scanning creatures, taking a swim, picking up copyright. That's what you've been doing. You've not been doing shit, and you fucking well know it. And PvP is hilarious, and it gives you something different to do. So guys, join us with this PvP. And
this is all respectful. It's all done
it's fun.
Out of friendship. So there's no beef between me and Panda here.
Exactly.
It's duking it out. Yeah.
It's all fun and games. And we can expand this. We can take this to space. We can do ship combat. There's so many different ways to do this.
Yeah. You would stop me at that.
Dude, I had a player a couple weeks back that tried to get me, and they were shooting me in a ship that wasn't that great, and you can tell the person was like, they were probably rock hard, bro, on their side. They probably thought they were going to get me, and I landed on a planet, and I called one of my S-class fighters.
I've seen that thing. I know.
dude. And I've got the positron ejecta like hardcore on that thing, and I called that ship down and got inside, and I hit him. He got like, I licked him 1 or 2 times with that positron ejecta, and then he took to space. He was like, oh, this is Panda, okay. And then he went straight up, and I followed him to space, and I just kept whacking him with that thing and killed him. So, just saying,
awesome.
Ship combat, and I consider myself to be pretty rubbish at it, but Remus has wiped the floor with me multiple times. Remus is kind of a beast, but I haven't seen him around in a while. Chase B says, little geck bastard. Yep. I've not got him yet, but I appreciate Arsenal not taking it easy on me, because if I do win, it'll be fair and square. So I think it's my countdown this time. Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, you're putting up a hell of a fight. Yeah, I'm ready when you are, man.
All right, here we go. So on 1.
Yep.
So from the top, 3, 2, 1, and we're off.
Get the last one here. See you already. Whoa. Oh, fuck that pull spitter already. Damn. Now we're just getting lost. Oh crap, ring around the Atlas, ring around the Atlas.
Dude, that mining beam is a fucking nuisance.
I will annoy the crap out of you with it.
But the thing is it deals like moderate damage, so it's like it's still draining me, even though it's irritating the shit out of me.
Hello.
Shit.
Up and away.
Damn it, where'd he go? Ah.
Where did you go now? Oh crap, there's your beam. Oh no, that's the opposite direction. Oh, now he's pulled out the mining beam. Oh crap, I didn't reload. I gotta run.
Oh, where you go? I'm hunting now. It's hunting season.
I lost you.
How did I miss?
Where did that come from?
Gotcha.
Oh, nice hit. Oh yeah, I'm down to 50%.
And again,
shield. Oh,
and again,
damn, 30%.
and again. Tagging,
25.
tagging,
Oh,
straight
God,
tagging. Oh, I'm good at hitting you in the air.
5%.
That jetpack's not saving you, dude. Oh!
Oh shit, shield's almost down. Oh, shield's down. Oh, there's 3 health bars. No.
Oh, you're in open space. I'm sniping.
Yeah, no, that's it. I got 1 health bar left. No, in the air.
Finally.
Yes, man.
Finally.
Oh my god. Holy crap.
This is where I got snow. The air is not your friend with me. Like
Oh, no,
you
man.
in the air and me with my blaze javelin. I will get you in the air every time.
Yeah, damn, dude, you sniped me right out the air, and you broke my life support, man. What kind of friend is that? No, that's just the good aim you have.
The cuddly panda bear has turned evil and killed his friend.
Well, I'd say that means we got to do at least 1 more here to break the tie.
For the glory of Mother Asha. You know, So we had 2 battles here. We've got to go to the next arena now. But whoever has the most wins out of the whole thing will win the entire thing. And I've got some fireworks in my inventory, so we're gonna get that on stream. Some celebratory fireworks going on.
I got some on my ship as well. I got some on the ship.
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, this is why we're friends, Arsenal. So we're so prepared for this. All right, so Chase B says, got my laptop out just watching you 2 play while cooking bacon and chicken. Yeah,
That sounds delicious.
those 2 things together. I mean, bacon, yeah, but bacon and chicken, like, it's such a perfect combo. Sword says, nice. .com says, wow, nice sniping. Yeah, dude, I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm pretty good at tracking someone in the air and getting that shot. So that's what it took to.
Scope at all?
No combat scope, no scope.
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah, I have combat scope, but all right. So we're gonna go to the other arena now.
Yeah, I'm standing on top. The teleporter's up top.
Yep. Now this other arena, guys, this other arena has a it's got this 3-tier thing in the middle of it, and so the winner's we're gonna stand in there. It'll be obvious who the winner is, and then we're gonna set off some fireworks and possibly go into camera mode, show you guys some cool angles of that, and maybe take some screenshots too. So we'll see who the winner of the whole shebang is. So. Well, you beat me 3 times, and I beat you once. So I'd have to beat you 2 times in a row there to even tie.
Yeah.
And then we'd have to do a tiebreaker. So, but anyway. All right, other players' bases, and we are going to go to... Where's it at? FDI Arena 1.0. There we go. Sort of saying, okay, now I'm wanting to PvP. That's what I'm talking about, guys. It's so fun. If you're not doing, yeah, dude. If you're not doing PvP in No Man's Sky, like you're missing out, like for real. Like it is so much fun. Oh, the wife's calling. Give me 1 second, guys.
No problem, man. And I'm
hello.
Through.
Hey. Yeah.
Hit him with the scatter blast for the close and keep circling. That's a good way sort for when somebody's using the personal shield.
Right.
Because that personal
no, I'm gonna
shield.
I'm gonna go back to TJ Maxx and try to find one. Or worst case scenario, if I don't find anything I like, I'll probably just hit up Walmart or whatever.
Right side around
but yeah. Or there. Mm-hmm. Also, that the manager is going to come walk the apartment at 3. So I don't want the dogs alone in here with her when she comes. So she's going to come around 3 to walk the apartment. So apparently the investors are coming tomorrow, but the manager's coming here at 3 to make sure that she doesn't... I think that she chose specific apartments that she wants to take them to, because she knows that we keep our shit clean and that we're good tenants or whatever. So she's going to walk our unit, but she's coming today, I guess, to make sure that no work orders need to be done before they come, and that everything is okay for when they arrive. And then tomorrow is when they'll come at some point throughout the day and come walk the unit with the investors. So, which of course I'll be at work at that time. But we'll kennel them or whatever. I mean, we'll have them put up or something like that. So, because what we can do is we can put them in the kennel. And then we have that gate. We can push the kennel up against that gate, so even if they find a way to get out of the door, they can't really do anything about it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. And I'll let her know that so they can come put those back in. But it doesn't look bad. It fits perfectly. Whereas I think the other 2 blinds would have been too wide. But, I mean, we'll see. I can send you money. So you don't have to use the credit union account. So. What, the credit union account? I mean, that's fine. That's what it's there for. Yeah, I mean, there was, we know how much was in there, so as long as we just pay the account back and then add some to it for our Cayman trip, then we're good. Well, the flight is already booked and the hotel is already booked, so really all we really need money for is just food. And then I've got family down there, so, yeah, like if we decide to go on there's a submarine thing that I really want to try to set aside money for. I don't know how that'll work with your anxiety, but well, it doesn't go that deep. It's not like it's going like 10 atmospheres below the ocean surface. It's like it just kind of tours you around the reef. It only goes like 100 feet deep or something like that, But they've got the turtle farm down there. They've got Hell with the blowhole and the Iron Shore. There's a lot of cool places to see. So. Mm-hmm. The turtle farm is cool. It's even better because it used to be pretty cool, and then the hurricane came in and destroyed it, and then they had to rebuild it, and I think they rebuilt it really, really tight. But it's these, they have a conservation because loggerhead turtles are endangered, and there's a couple different reasons, right? They eat them there, so they breed them for food, but they breed them to keep the numbers up. So, and they're huge turtles, and they live like 200 years. But anyway, Stingray City's a must. You can't go to the Cayman Islands without going to Stingray City. And then I need to let Anita know when I'm coming down to see if they can make arrangements to come to the main island, because I don't want to have to then buy a separate ticket for one day just to go to Cayman Brac and say hi to them. Yeah. Right. Well, and I just saw Anita really recently too, down in Florida. But the thing is I haven't seen Alex probably since I was 15. So that was like 16 years ago, and I haven't seen Jennifer in equally as a long time. So, but anyway. Well, all right. Yeah. Well, if I let them know in advance that what the dates that we're coming and like where we're going to be staying, they'll have a few. Well, okay. Well, they'll have a few. I'll remind them, and they'll have a few months to get ready for it, so that they can be there. You know. But okay. I knew you would find some way to get tomato soup after you found out the Panera was out of it last night. So I'm gonna have some gra. Did you eat the gra? Okay, that's what I'm gonna eat for my late lunch, is some of that gra. But yeah. Are you coming home after work, or are you going straight to yoga? Oh, because you get off at 6 now, so you have to go straight there. Oh, that's right. You said you were doing acupuncture today too. Damn, girl, you're gonna be ultra relaxed. You're going to acupuncture and then yoga. You might not even make it back from yoga. You might fall asleep there. Jessica's gonna call me to pick you up. You're gonna be asleep. Okay. Yeah. Well, hey, let me call you back in a few minutes here, because I'm doing this online match, this like battle. So everybody's like in the lobby waiting. All right. I will. How are you feeling today? Are you nauseous? Anxiety's in check? How are you doing? Oh my gosh. Okay. Did you take your Banyesa this morning? Oh, because it makes you tired? Okay. How's our little lemon? Yeah, well, we're on the Princess plan, so just contact the doctor and see about getting that set up. He said you can go as long as it doesn't hurt the pregnancy. You can go as often as you want. I think with this pregnancy, we probably have to go more often than most people do. So, especially with you having anxiety. So we just want to make sure that you're relaxed. Okay. All right. Love you too, honey. Bye. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good, man.
.com says Panda, you might want to mute. No, I wasn't going to be talking about anything where I felt like I needed to mute anyway. It wasn't like private information or anything. Whoop. Oh, I was going to see if you would just stay there and float if I walked out.
It fell on my screen.
Yeah, well, you were like floating up there for like a moment and then you fell down.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
This is actually just a really cool looking planet. All right. Guys, wait till you see this arena. This is the Coliseum right here.
This was the first one I built when I moved here, and it was also one of my first tests in glitch building.
I'm going to turn the camera away. I'm going to go into photo mode. Alright guys, get ready. Behold your eyes. Starkwolf says, I have yet to find a planet like this one. I found 3. I'll take you to one, Starkwolf. Me and Hidden found one that's got red grass, really tall red grass, and these like little ghost things that kind of run around, which probably are here too. Alright, here we go. So, feast your eyes upon this. Guys, this is the FDI Arena 1.0. This is the very first arena ever built in the FDI Civ hub, whatever you want to call it. It's 2 levels. The bottom level is wide open. It's my least favorite part about it, just because there's a lot of areas where you cannot have your weapon out down there, but when you go above, that's where the magic happens. I love this arena. I absolutely love this arena. And let's go ahead and go up top. You can see what I'm talking about. So just
it's 1.0 because I want to rework the bottom part.
Well, the bottom part just has no objects or anything like that, so it's just wide open. There's just not as much to do there. But this top part is just really cool. Lots of walls, windows, holes, areas to hide. Also, these bleachers, the way that they're inverted, or these stairs, you can actually jump on these and run completely around along the wall and attack from the sides of the walls. You can come up top and snipe. There's just a lot of really cool areas here. So it's probably my favorite of the arenas. I like them all for different reasons. SRB actually was a lot of fun. SRB, I really like that.
That was fun to test.
Yeah, that's a really cool one. Grim Chiefer Gaming says, it reminds me of Marrow Bulb from the outside. Yeah, it kind of has that look. It looks like, for you old heads out there, it looks like Antrium. So Chiefer Gaming.
I'll definitely take that as a compliment.
Are you a content creator? Is your YouTube channel, do you stream and like make videos and stuff like that? Let me know in the chat, because I'll probably go sub your channel, man, and recommend everybody do the same. So.
There's no really starting points I had in mind in like specific, so
well, so
it's just up to us.
So actually, the way that I like to have done it, come down real quick.
Yep.
So this is usually how I like to set it off. So, as we'll kind of face each other here at the bottom, and so just stand below one of the openings, and then we'll count down and fly up, and then whatever happens when we get up there just happens.
I like that. Oh, look, that actually works perfect, because there's 4 of these, and we have 4 people. Everybody can just go up and start battling.
Pretty cool, right? So you just fly up through the hole where you are is where you are, and just go for it.
Thank you for figuring that out for me. All right, let me make sure everything's charged here. I got the ammo.
All right, all set.
I don't think there's health stations at this.
That's okay.
Install those eventually. All right, I'm ready when you are.
All right, your countdown.
Look up. All right, FDI Arena 1.0. Commence fight in 3, 2, 1.
And we're off.
Oh, right in front of me. That was quick. Where'd you go? Oh, you're above me. I hear your jetpack. there you are.
Shit. Oh, I fell through the crack. Damn.
Oh, did you? Oh, you're on the outside.
Alright, I'm coming back. Shit. Out of jetpack.
I'm right behind you.
Damn it. Damn it.
Mighty beams,
and I'm in the open. There we go. Dude, PvP in this is going to be so much fun in VR, dude.
Oh, in VR? Oh my god, yeah, I can't wait for that. Go, little panda.
Damn, where am I getting hit from?
Oh, I'm not even shooting you yet.
Oh, something was doing damage.
Oh, good hit. Oh, another one.
Damn.
Oh, small one. There we go. Oh, nice hit.
Damn. Dude, that scatter blaster is a monster.
Keep losing you. I hear your jetpack. Oh, there you are. There you are. You're mine.
Damn, shot right over your fucking head. Pistol whipped. Holy cow. Dude, that thing ripped me apart.
Oh, just away from behind. Oh, my shield's down.
Dude, that melee is actually kind of gangster, dude.
Where'd you go?
Shit.
Melee, you're stuck in a corner. I'm just gonna beat you to death, Mom. Just gonna beat you to death. I still got no shield.
Dude, it wouldn't let me pull out any weapons.
No way. Oh,
Dude,
no way.
so even if I won 2 times now, I couldn't beat you.
Oh man, I can't believe I punched you to death.
Because what you have 4 wins now, right?
Yeah, that's 4. That was 2 at the SRB.
Yeah.
1 at the Atlas Arena, and 1 here.
So even if I won both in a row, I would still lose. So that makes you the winner.
Oh man, fireworks from the top.
Fireworks from the top, dude. I'm on my way up.
Artsy Moody said it looks like he's ice skating. Chase B, man, I hate the Blaze Javelin.
Dude, that was actually a really quick match. That went down way faster.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, yeah. If you wouldn't have, probably wouldn't have just kept fleeing from me. You had your back turned to me. I was just chasing you down, beating you with the thing. If you would have turned around and started pistol whipping me.
Yep, I really should have.
I had no shield either. And you had taken like 3 of my health, whatever little bars, boxes, you call them off. Yeah, as soon as the last pistol whip I got on you, my shield started regenerating right after that.
Alright, so let's see here.
Where are we at? Oh, let me stand up here with you. Oh, I don't have the fireworks on me. You got some of them.
I've got fireworks, yeah.
I don't feel like calling in the ship. We'll stand up on this.
What is it under again? It's like under like portable stuff, right? Or some shit?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like
Equipment.
aquatic construction, decoration. Is it decoration?
Maybe.
No, it's not decoration. Equipment. There it is. Firework launcher. All right. So I'm gonna here. So I'll put one here. All right. Come stand up here. It'll just be you by yourself. And yep, I'm gonna go into photo mode and grab a screenshot. So Arsenal is the grand champion of this PvP arena match. We went to 3 locations. We've done 5 matches, and he's won 4 of them. So, grand champion Arsenal right here. Guys, this is what No Man's Sky PvP is all about. This is what FDI, the Galactic Combat Battery PvP, is all about. It's about just having a good time, having fun, not taking it too serious. You know, this was a great competition. And Arsenal, thank you so much for the challenge. I really appreciate it. That was super, super badass. Let's see here.
Thanks for having me on, man.
Anytime, and you are welcome anytime. So let's check this out. Let's check out the chat, see what kind of love you're getting here. And hold on, let's see. Wizard said, I've just posted the Labyrinth in the Amino chat. We'll definitely check that out. Let's see here. Grim Chief Gaming says, I have in the past, but it's been a while. Actually was going to get back into streaming, specifically No Man's Sky, unsurprisingly. All right, dude. Well, I'm going to go sub your channel just for that reason.
Same.
So if you decide to start streaming, dude, I'm already subscribed, and so I can check that out for you. So, guys, I recommend you guys doing the same. Let's show Grim Chief Gaming some love here in the chat. Member of the No Man's Sky community. What was that?
I said we're a constellation.
We are a constellation, Cobra TV. So, exactly right. Saturday nights and early morning weekends or weekdays is what Grim Chief Gaming says. Dude, if you start streaming No Man's Sky, I'll be looking forward to it. So Chase B says, man, I hate the Blaze Javelin. It's a powerful weapon, but a lot of people rely solely on the Blaze Javelin. It's about tactics. It's about tactics, when to use the right weapon at the right time. The Blaze Javelin, you have to charge up. You have to create a good distance between you and the person while you're charging up. In the meantime, you can use the Scatter Blaster. You can use the Bolt Caster if you've got it modified right. You've got, all of that stuff. So the Pulse Spitter is really great just for putting suppressive fire, making it very difficult for the person to really to attack you through it, to really see what's going on. It creates a lot of mayhem. So it's just about the strategy, guys. All weapons are good PvP weapons here, as long as you've got them modified right, you've got the right equipment attached to them, and you're using them in the right way. Stark Wolf says fireworks from the top. Oh, I guess the 2 top pedestals, that would have been a good one. Let's see here. Victory from Mother Russia, or Chase B says victory from Mother wherever you are. So exactly. Hell yeah. So Stark Wolf says hashtag Arsenal for the win. Awesome. Tariq Stark says, I love you guys. We love you too, Tariq Starks. Appreciate the love, man. Thank you. Funny Imp says, damn, I missed it. Well, you can go back and watch it, Funny Imps, because it was really, really exciting.
5 fights, 5 matches.
J-Spot says hashtag CCPH. Not sure what that means. It's probably something really obvious and I'm being dumb.
I think that's something to do with Russia. But I'm not sure.
I'm just going to pretend like it means chili cheese pizza howdy. I don't know. Great battles, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Grim Chiefer says, awesome. I'm all over it. And Arsenal, you had some fireworks as well, right?
I gotta get them from the ship.
Yeah, let's go ahead and throw some of those on the top pedestal there, and let's go for it again. I think it calls for more celebration, man.
It's in this ship.
J-Spot says, I have a maxed out Pulse Spitter, Cobra coverage, permadeath. Yeah, dude, or permadeath hub. Dude, Arsenal was using that Pulse Spitter on me pretty frequently. That thing, so the thing about it is it creates anxiety. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but he's sitting there just ripping that thing all across the map, and I'm running. I don't know where to go, where to get away from it. I can't see because it's coming at me so quick. And then
It's like a scare tactic.
It's a scare tactic. What he does, I noticed that while we were playing, he would rip that Pulse Spitter across the map like that, and then he would get really close and start hitting me with the Scatter Blaster. So, and then
With the shotgun.
yeah, so it's like the tactics were there. You know, he didn't just rely on the sheer power of the Blaze Javelin, but he created the opportunities by combining all of the different weapons and utilizing his personal force field and all of that. So just really great strategy, really great tactics from Arsenal. So J-Spot says it chews the Ramonium. RT Moody says, thanks for the sub, J-Spot. I'll warn you, though, I don't really create content, not a channel, though I wish I was from time to time. You should do it, man. This community has been really open and accepting to all different sort of content creator, and as long as you're genuine and they get the community senses that you're genuine, they're going to support you. You know, there's a lot of disingenuous channels out there, some part-timers, some people who only started covering the game when the game was considered to be good. But I recognize a lot of the names in this chat who have been following the community for a long time, who have been following a lot of people that I follow, who've been playing the game through many different versions. And I'm not saying that I'm a purist, like you have to have been playing from day one for me to consider you like a real fan. But I know who plays the game and who doesn't play the game. You know what I mean? And so, but just, anybody that's thinking about creating content out there, just be genuine and support the community, and the community will support you. I feel like I've shown that through my actions. You can ask anybody, Sword or whoever. If you make content, I'll put it out there. I'll support it. I'll retweet it. I'll show love. I'll jump in your chat. I'll raid you. Whatever it takes to let people see you. So.
Hey, throw your player marker on so I can see you.
Okay. 1 sec. I'll throw on my on foot marker.
I have no idea where you're. There
All
you
right.
are. All right. Here, I'll pass you some fireworks.
Cool.
Sticks. There's red.
Well,
green.
oh, thank you. Well, what I was going to do actually was I was going to put some down, or have you put some down, and then I wanted to capture the fireworks from outside the arena in camera mode. So maybe we can fly to the top edge and put some there.
Around the ring?
Yeah. If it lets you do it. Yeah, you got to be fast, I guess.
Thunder decorations, you said.
No, it's not under decorations. It's under portable tech.
Oh, there it is. I see it.
So equipment, and then then there's firework launcher.
Tell me when you're ready. I'll start running around.
I'm laying them down right now. Just do them all right where you're standing.
All right.
All right, and then I'm going to go into camera mode. Oh, that's freaking awesome. That is so awesome. Yes. Dude. I know the stream's got like a 7-second delay. You got to see what I'm seeing. Woo! Super cool.
Nice.
Yes, dude. Tariq says, happy 4th of July. Grim Chiefer Gaming says, in some ways I kind of miss the launch version. It was a different creature back then for sure. Still want to see those giant towers of Heridium on the horizons. Yeah, man.
I don't miss those things for nothing.
Rough Nut says, I'm day one, but still a noob. Was thrown a bit with next, but I'm learning still. That's the cool thing about the game, though. Everybody has a unique and different way of playing, and they're good at certain areas and not so good at other areas, and we all have a lot to learn from each other. And Big Chief or Grim Chief for Gaming, here's the thing, dude. I'm a big original day one No Man's Sky fan of the original version of the game. Yeah, it was empty, it was hollow, there wasn't a lot of dimension to it, but at the same time, okay, there was nothing like it on console. PlayStation had no console game even came close to what it offered in terms of exploration and sci-fi and all that other stuff. I like that there wasn't these handcrafted stories. Not that I dislike the stories in No Man's Sky, but I love just uncovering the lore as you went, finding the different knowledge stones, learning the language, the abandoned buildings, and ambiently coming across this tale of what happened before you got there. I thought that was really cool. Lush planets were rarer and were more dense, and because they were rarer, much rarer, it made it so much more special when you found it. And that's why I went out, because I bought the digital version of the game, but later on, after all the updates, I went out and I purchased myself the physical copy, the original release on PlayStation, so that I can take my network off and play the very day one version of the game. And it's just a totally different game, a totally different vibe. It's very lonely and super chill. Pull out the whatever your choice medicine is, the greenery, the nip, and chill back. Turn the lights off in the place and play at night and just walk around and look at shit. It's been a really crazy and a really cool journey with this game, these almost 3 years now. So Grim Chiefer says, yeah, that rarity of lush planets was more realistic, I think. Well, not only was it more realistic, but it helped with the variety. Imagine having the variety of creatures and plants and stuff that we have now, but making that stuff much harder to find. Like, imagine that, like, you came across just barren wastelands, kind of like how this looks off in the distance right there, if I move those plants out of the way. Imagine most of what you discovered was that, right? Volcanoes erupting off in the midst, no creatures, no life of any kind, just barren, just open space. Everything looks like a dead moon, right? Imagine that, like, every 20, 30 planets look like that, and then finally you hit that one where it's got jungles and creatures walking around and animals in the oceans and grass and all that. It would feel so much more special. And then if you didn't have that happening so often, you wouldn't have as big a variety problem, because you would run into those things in so much more of an infrequent way. So that's just sort of my opinion with that. But Tariq says, I still want acid spraying creature on toxic planets. That'd be cool. Sort of like a xenomorph kind of thing. Rough Nut says it was atmospheric. It definitely was. Tariq says, or fast rolling creatures. I mean, just something different. What about slithering creatures? What about creatures that they're flying in the air and they land in trees, or they fly in and they grab a rodent type creature off the ground and fly off with it? Just those little nuanced animations and things like that would really go a long way to making the universe feel more intelligent, more lived in, and like things are surviving. But yeah. Tariq says, Panda, yes. Yeah, man. Grim Chiefer says, Tariq, the biological horrors aren't acid spitting for you. The biological horrors actually was a really good touch with the Abyss update, and then I like the underwater biological horrors that came as well. Or no, the biological horrors came with the next update. The underwater ones came with Abyss, and I'd like to see more of that, where you walk into a room or you walk into an area where those things just other things like them pop out, and they have like a horde mechanic where they'll come at you, like a bunch of them at once and attack you. I want to see more stuff like that, more of an element of danger, more of an element of survival. I think would be super, super cool. I don't know, Arsenal, what are your thoughts, kind of like from the evolution of the game? What are your opinions of the original release versus this release? Would you trade one for the other?
I've always said that the original release, they could have never gave us no updates or anything, and I'd still be playing. I can tell you today that I would still be playing the launch game had they done nothing to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I felt about it on launch. I loved it, and I still love it since then. Everything is added, but I agree, just like everybody else, it needs the variety. It needs more variety. For an infinite universe, we need more rarity, way more rarity.
Yep.
Visions was nice, but it's too handcrafted. Once you've seen a mushroom capped planet like we're on, you kind of see them all that don't feel even procedurally generated anymore. It doesn't feel like some of the planets. They feel too handcrafted to me. So I wish they would lean away from that and do kind of like what Ray Rod's saying, and lean on the engine a little more than the 2% or whatever they're utilizing of it, he was saying.
Yep.
Like, they need to go more wild with the procedural generation. But this is a game I love and will always play for as long as the community's around, or as long as I got a PS4 that's running and playing. I have a No Man's Sky tattoo, so.
What I'm really excited for was I look at this game as like a really big sort of like early access or alpha. It's like, I think that we are all beta testing this for something else. I don't consider No Man's Sky to be a fully fleshed out game. I consider it to be a big tech demo and sort of an experience where we're all playing within a sandbox that's very innovative. Because I was reading an article from online yesterday that they did an interview with Sean Murray. And, as you know, they're working on the Beyond update, but they're also working on The Last Campfire, and then they're working on something else.
Yeah, a new project.
A new project, and they weren't talking about what that something else is. But when you really think about this No Man's Sky procedural engine and the different applications it could have, I mean, imagine a game like, let's say, Red Dead 2, right? That's one of my favorite games right now. I love Red Dead 2. But Red Dead 2 has a really large map. Well, imagine one planet. Imagine taking all of this power that generates 18 quintillion planets or star systems, and imagine harnessing that into one planet, one MMO, where you've got an entire planet, right? Or something else. Imagine all the different applications that this procedural engine can be utilized for, and it's really exciting. I think we're at the forefront of something. No Man's Sky was just the beginning. Hello Games is going to revolutionize video games, period, and it starts with this game.
And I always felt like a lot of the stuff that they're doing in No Man's Sky has been like tests. A lot of the features that we get end up leading up as tests that lead to features that we get in future updates. Like orbs led to multiplayer, full-on multiplayer. I always felt that was a test they were performing, and I felt like the community events were another test of like, all right, how many people can we bring to one solar system in our millions of players in the community and support on a server, so that they're testing for larger multiplayer lobbies. I always felt like that was a test for that.
It's gonna be interesting to see what they do on the server side, because some people are saying that the lobbies might be up to 16 players, and I have a sneaking suspicion that it may actually be quite a bit more than that.
I'm thinking at least 16, 8 to 16. If you pause the menu right now and just look at our drop-down thing, there's 8 slots for players, but we can only have 4. Why is that the case?
And it used to be 16. I think after the Abyss or Visions update, they reduced it to 8.
Yeah.
But I don't...
It's like, why are those in there? But it's like they leave things in the game that they're not going to use until these next big updates.
Well, and I don't think that the buck stops there, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't even pay attention to those. Dave Langer brought up a really good point, and I disagree with him on, like, almost everything, but, like, when we do agree, we agree really strongly. And we're good friends outside of, the YouTube channel and the game and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know him in person, but we talk a lot. And Cuzwalt's another badass person. But one of the things that he brought up was, what if the No Man's Sky Online was a separate mode? So like you had your co-op like we have now, and that stayed the same. And maybe they enhanced the co-op. Instead of 4, you can have 8 or 16 or whatever. But No Man's Sky Online was a separate thing, kind of like Elite Dangerous, where you've got solo play and you've got open play, right?
Yeah.
Well, what if No Man's Sky had your regular co-op multiplayer that were like just private sessions with you and your friends to explore, and then you had No Man's Sky Online, which was a persistent universe, a separate mode where you had to start over fresh. Everybody starts over brand new, and the universe is persistent, and it's an MMO. And I was kind of attracted to that idea. I don't necessarily think that they'll do that per se, but it's an interesting thought, like saying that like they could do that. they could just make
Yeah.
No Man's Sky Online a persistent, evolving universe, with many more than just 16 players.
That's what. Damn, I lost my train of thought again. What I was going to say.
Well, while you're waiting on the train to come back to the rails, let me get caught up on the chat. I let it get away from me a little bit. Let's see here. So, Rough Nuts says atmospheric. Talking about the original release of the game, it was. Caves were a lot better in the original release of the game, I would say.
It was a lot more dark and depressing.
It was dark and depressing. I remember being on a planet, and there was actually a point in the game where if you landed on a planet that didn't have resources you needed to take back off again, you would have to start a new game because you could get stuck. And I could see how that would piss people off and irritate people, but I actually like the idea of that there's consequences for you not managing your inventory well and keeping certain things in supply, that you could land on a planet and just become stuck. That can happen in Elite Dangerous. They've got the fuel rats where you can get stuck in space because you ran out of fuel, and people could come give you fuel and rescue you. Now, I like the idea of that. Let's see here. Creatures with guns, says Rough Nuts. 100% agree. Hidden Jew Agenda has always said, hey, more ground combat, and I would love to see that. Sort of bipedal, or fuck it, even quadrupedal, creatures with like guns mounted to them, or armored, vehicles coming after you. Just more ground combat, enhanced space combat as well. I think would be cool. J-Spot. Yes, Corrupted Sentinels. I think that was a step in that direction, actually. I think we're going to see that expanded. The Corrupted Sentinels was really popular, even though you don't see them that often. It's just kind of like they did something new with Sentinels that they didn't do before, which I thought was a nice touch. J-Spot says multiple biomes. And what he's talking about there, guys, is multiple biomes per planet. So a single planet can house multiple biomes. On one side of the planet, you could have a sprawling desert, and on another side of the planet, you can have an Arctic tundra, and something like that. So I think that would be interesting. But if they do that, those planets need to be incredibly rare, because it would make finding them like, oh shit, Grim Chiefer says, I hate those damn fish. I can't swim as fast as I fly. Yeah, those biological horrors underwater. Exactly. Roughnut says Starship Trooper styled bugs. That would be really sick. Tariq says more variation. So they can still add more variation and add more creatures and more textures and more plants, and they can add more, but reduce how frequently you see them, so that the feeling of variety feels exponentially greater, because it's like you see the same, and then holy fuck, I've never seen this before, and then same, and then holy shit, what is this? That by making it more incredibly rare, they can enhance that feeling of discovery. Me too, Arsenal, says J-Spot. Better movements on the creatures. Yeah, more natural movements for sure. J-Spot J says, I am a No Man's Sky fanboy. I think all of us in this chat are. Now, I'm not, back in the dark times, if you were even remotely critical of No Man's Sky, you'd get flogged on your channel, So you were getting flogged by people in the community who felt like you had to think the game was fucking perfect. And then you were also getting flogged by people who thought it was a big scam and hated the game, back in the dark times of the early, content creators, which I experienced some of that when my channel was just getting started as well, was people would either hate on the game because they didn't like the game and it had a bad launch, or they would hate on me for being critical of certain aspects of the game. I think we've relaxed a lot more now. But I'm a big No Man's Sky fanboy, but there are problems with the game, and I consider myself to be a true fan because I acknowledge, like, hey, there needs to be these improvements. Think if everybody just thought the game was perfect when it came out, they wouldn't have added any of this shit, So it's through the criticisms, through us saying, hey, this could be better, this could be worked out, this could be tweaked, and then speculating on things we'd like to see helps inform Hello Games on the direction that the game should go. So all of the content creators out there that stuck by their guns, that made aware of some of the issues with the games the game that could be fixed, and that kind of dealt with that early on. I think that you guys really kind of paved the way for the direction that Hello Games took the game. Because when you look at the marketing before, and a lot of what Sean Murray said before the game came out, the game that we have now is not what they saw for the original release of the game. They wanted a lonely experience. You know, Sean Murray said that feeling of being alone was important to the feeling that they wanted to create with the game. Yeah. It's not that anymore. It's a total departure, and it's because we as a community are informing them on the things that we'd like to see. And so the more of you out there doing that, the better it is for the community. Everything that they add now is just icing. Exactly. Think about it. If you bought the game when it came out for $60, 3 years later they're still adding shit to it, and it doesn't cost you any more than what you originally paid for the game. And then there's people out there that are buying used copies of the game for $10, and they're getting all the shit already, but then Hello Games is saying, oh, but we're going to continue to support it in this way moving forward. So it doesn't matter what your price point coming in was. You're getting the same experience as everybody else and the same level of support all the way across the board at no additional charge, no DLC, no microtransactions. It's really amazing in a world where DLC and microtransactions is huge and a major component of the gaming industry. Hello Games has taken the opposite approach and said that, hey, we're going to update the game and add stuff to the game, and that's going to attract new players. And players are going to buy more digital copies and more retail copies because we're making a good game, not because you have to buy something to access a part of the game that we could have already implemented, right? So it's really unique, you know. And every time an update comes out, it adds more players back. In that article I was reading, Sean Murray said that every time they drop an update, they feel like just before the update drops that, you know, attention on the game is withering, and that, you know, there's going to be less people that play it, and then they do these updates and it adds more and more people, and next, you know, they were getting AAA title player numbers, you know, and that was fucking 2 years after the game came out, you know, and it's like every update is adding more and more players. So don't think those guys aren't making money. It's in their best interest, but they're doing it by not doing DLC and microtransactions. They're doing it by adding content that attracts new players to play. And think about all the people that have bought Oculus Rifts. Think about all the people that have bought HTC Vive. Think about all the people that are already, you know, purchasing the new Steam VR and PlayStation VR, for example, that don't have good games to play. So even though No Man's Sky wasn't even on their radar, they only remember all the bad stuff they heard about it at the beginning and never really researched it any further. And then now they're going to be hearing about this massive upgrade to No Man's Sky, that the entire game is going to be playable in VR. Think about what VR, just that feature alone, think about how many new players that's going to add into our community. And then they're going to get a taste of how great and how positive this community is. And one step at a time, we're changing this whole motherfucker, man. Excuse my language, you know? And I'm so excited to even just be a small part of it. Just seeing it happen. You know, it's like you have people that come in this community, and what's the first thing they say? Like, man, I love this community.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
It's, you know,
it's not very toxic. I have never really met somebody that's ever aggravated me or trolled me. Everybody's been super helpful and nice.
Yeah, and if they are toxic, they don't last very long. They're gone fairly quickly from the whole thing, you know. Tariq says, Panda, I got something to show you. Be right back. Okay, Chase B says, going to head off. I want to play now. Enjoy your explorations. Chase B, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you being here. Yeah. Grim Chiefer says, I like RDR2 or GTA 5, where online is a separate function. Yeah, you know, a lot of people make the criticism that No Man's Sky has a lot of modes, and it does, but that's because they're trying to cater the game to a lot of different play styles. So, you know, people like Dave Langer, he thinks that the online multiplayer is broken because it makes getting around too easy. Any player can drop in. You can't, you know, all this other kind of stuff, which, you know, I don't necessarily agree with. But making the online portion separate, I don't think that that's necessarily a bad idea. You can still have online co-op in a private session where it's just you and your friends playing, right, and doing whatever you guys want to do. But then you can go into a more open and persistent universe in a separate game mode, and I'm not opposed to that. I think that would be a really great way to handle that. And like Grim Chieffer said, just like RDR2 or GTA 5, it does that very well. They're entirely two separate ecosystems, the online and the main game. So great call out there.
Do you think that cross-platform is going to be a part of online?
I don't think that cross-platform is coming for as much as I'd like it to happen. I just don't see it.
I think it is.
You think so?
Yeah, with Xbox being brought into the pack with us last year, and with just how many games are cross-platform now, and how the wording that he said of players across the universe will be able to play with each other or connect in ways that we haven't before. That just leads me to believe that it's all been steps that have led towards that. And there's even been rumors of it getting ported to Switch as well.
Well, a lot of people don't think the game can run on Switch, but I disagree. So you do make sense about the cross-platform. I think that this game would benefit the greatest of all games out there from cross-platform, just because of how the communities are built and structured, and the game is the same game across all the different areas with virtually no differences. I think it would benefit from it. I have no confidence that these different hardware companies would do everything they can to prevent that from happening, because then it doesn't give their player base a reason to want their system over a different system, because it doesn't matter what system they have, they can play the same games. That's sort of my thought, but I hope I'm wrong, because I would love to see cross-platform. But to touch on the Nintendo Switch thing, the Switch is very much capable of running it. Like I played Zelda just recently. I've been playing Breath of the Wild. That game is absolutely fucking massive, and it looks great. What would they have to do? They just tone down the high-res textures? It won't be 4K. But the game, when you think about No Man's Sky, it's actually a very small game. The original game that came out was like 6 gigabytes.
Yeah. And most of it was music.
And most of it was music and audio, sounds.
One of the GDC talks with Sean, he even says that it the amount of data that it takes to just generate what's around you is only 400 megabytes.
Yeah, because the whole thing is procedurally generated. There's very little pre-baked assets in the game, and then everything's being spun up from the procedural engine by the machine itself. The machine is building the worlds that you're exploring. So I think that the Nintendo Switch is very much capable of being able to run No Man's Sky, and I don't see any real hang-ups there. I was also... I had
seen an article...
Go ahead.
I seen an article the other day. I forget whether it was on Reddit or something, but it was of a GameStop in Sweden or something that had leaked Nintendo Switch releases that were coming up, and No Man's Sky was on it.
Yeah, some people were saying that potentially might have been like a glitch. I hope it wasn't.
Yeah,
I really hope it wasn't.
It's true or not? Like I say,
But there was one time on Cobra TV. This was a while back, where I was one of the guests that was on there, one of the callers, and I was on the show, and we had this big discussion. I think this was before Next even hit. And we had this big discussion about VR and No Man's Sky because of the roadmap that they put out, and it might have been actually just after Next, but I think it may have been before. And people were asking. It was because of the whole Where debate. Actually, is what it was. So it was the whole ARG thing before Next, and it was Where. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. So there was that whole Where debate, and I was speculating from that point that it was VR. And I think that the reason why they had incorporated that into the ARG was because they wanted to pique people's level of interest with VR, and the Where thing kind of ran away. People were super, super interested in that, I think, to Hello Games' surprise. And then they put out the roadmap, and one of the things on the roadmap was VR, right? And but I had mentioned that I said, I don't know enough about the technical capabilities of what VR would require for No Man's Sky. But I do know that VR in No Man's Sky would be the perfect use of VR, and that it would change the face of the game. Like it would add so many new players, that it would be the #1 VR game. You know, all this, and I went on this whole tirade about it on Cobra TV, and no one thought it was possible. And I got laughed at, I got ridiculed. There was a guest on there who was a programmer, and he was telling me that it just isn't possible. That he talked about, you know, that what is required of VR, and the frame rate has to be at a certain amount, and that the game couldn't be optimized to that level because of how it functions, and, you know, all these other technical terms about how it couldn't work. And not saying that like I predicted anything, but like I just knew even back then that this game is a perfect game for VR, that I could not picture any other game being as good for VR as this game. Maybe Subnautica, right? You know, because it's a very similar type of game. And the fact that we're getting it, we know that we're getting it, and it's not speculation, it has me excited beyond belief. Because think about the kind of people that play this game. This game is for people who, when they were kids, they read sci-fi, they watched sci-fi, they wanted to be that astronaut, that explorer. You had your cardboard box on the ground that you pretended was the cockpit of your Apollo 13 or Apollo 11 launch. You know, this game is that dream game for that kid, for those kids that we all were when we were young. And now there's the possibility that we're going to be able to put on a virtual reality headset, and I will be able to walk through this field in first person, that when I walk by this floating orb, it will be an object that appears to be in my three-dimensional space, that I'll get a sense of scale and distance, and that I'll feel like I'm really there. And that's going to be exciting. And even people who were afraid to give this game a try are going to get it specifically because of the VR component to it. And it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. I think when Beyond lands, it'll hit, and it'll do well at the beginning. But when people start talking about the VR, when the reviews come out about the VR, when everybody talks about how great the VR is, it's going to fucking explode. And it's going to be a second life for No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
It will seriously explode. And, you know, it's going to be insane. It's going to be absolutely insane.
It's definitely going to be a game changer.
Oh, for sure. And I know I'm missing so much of the chat here. But we got Swords Discord being shared in the link. Tariq, thank you for that Reddit link there. We've got Fur. Grim Chiefer says fur. Yeah, a lot of the animals, like the animals don't have hair. It would be nice to see hair, like that texture. And think about the optimizations that had to be done for VR to even be viable. So even if you're not planning on playing it as a VR experience, you're going to play a much more highly optimized game, because in order for VR to work and to not make you deadly sick, like, there had to be a ton of optimizations done. So you're going to get a much highly more optimized version of the game. Rough Nuts says, I think it's coming to Google Stadia. Rough Nuts, did you watch my video on that by chance? I made a whole video talking about why I think that No Man's Sky might be good to go to Stadia. Have you looked into this, Arsenal? I want to talk about this right now.
I've seen a little bit on it.
Okay. So here's the streaming service. So here's the thing about Google Stadia, and why specifically I think No Man's Sky would be the best game to put on a service like that. So No Man's Sky is procedurally generated, right? So it's just a source code. It's a procedural engine. The game is built by the processing power of the machine that's running the code. Okay?
Yeah.
So already that's unique compared to other games out there that are much more pre-baked with certain aspects that are procedural. But this game is almost entirely procedural. And even a lot of the music is procedural, and the sounds. So, that being said, imagine a data center, Google's data center. Okay, they probably have the most advanced data center of any place in the world.
Yeah,
okay, and they've got them all over the world.
The other day.
Yeah. Oh, you watched my video on it?
No, I watched a video on just the inside of a Google data center.
Okay, because I didn't know if you watched mine, because I didn't want to be overly redundant if you already saw it. But the thing is that okay, they've got a custom graphics card made by AMD for it that's running 10.7 teraflops. The PS4 Pro runs 4, the Xbox One X runs 6. So 10.7 teraflops just on that one system is already more than both Xbox One X and PS4 Pro combined. So you're getting a high-end PC level of gaming there. It's able to do 4K in HDR with 5.1 sound at 60 frames a second with a physical upgrade in their data centers like due out next year or the year after, that's going to be able to do 8K at 120 with HDR and 5.1 sound. Fucking mind-blowing. Okay? And with a game like No Man's Sky, the data center is much more capable of rendering that code out because it's a much more powerful system. So you're going to get like extremely high like draw distances and details and all that other kind of stuff. And Google Stadia has already confirmed that you can bring saves over from other consoles. So imagine that Google Stadia gets No Man's Sky, and let's say the cross-platform it doesn't happen, but Google Stadia says, hey, subscribe to our game streaming service, and you can get No Man's Sky, and you can bring your existing save over, and you can play with all your friends on Google Stadia, and you can stream it in the highest graphics and the highest fidelity on anything, your TV, your cell phone, your tablet, your computer. Think about that.
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous.
It'd be insane.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about the possibilities that'll bring, and I think that we may see No Man's Sky. Oh, excuse me, that we may see No Man's Sky on Google Stadia. Sword said, only until I seen the PC Vulkan API graphics is when I realized it was going to be a possibility. Yeah. Also, Vulkan. This is another thing that I used in my Google Stadia speculation video, is that whenever No Man's Sky got the Vulkan optimizations, Vulkan is better optimized for AMD graphics cards, right? AMD based systems. Well, guess what? Xbox Ones, they use an AMD based graphics card. PS4 Pros use an AMD based graphics card. Most people's gaming computers are using an AMD graphics card, and Google Stadia is using a custom AMD GPU. So think about why Hello Games would find the need to re-optimize everything for AMD-based systems with Vulkan support. It may not just be merely so that everything runs better on the existing hardware, but maybe to do something with Google Stadia. You know what I mean? But Roughnut says, hashtag great stream, guys. Loving this discussion. No Man's Sky forever. Really appreciate that. Daniel Hipley's in the chat. Yeah, man, it's just we are at such an exciting time right now for like No Man's Sky. I mean, anything can really happen. Oh, my wife says it's urgent. I need to call. Give me 1 second. I'm going to mute.
Yep. Should I kill him? No, I'm not doing that. I mean, wish I had the ones from PC. I would hop on with you.
All right, guys, I'm back. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So my wife said it was urgent, but it wasn't urgent. She just got a last-minute appointment to go do a sonogram today because we have our gender reveal party on Sunday. So she just wants to do a sonogram before the weekend to make sure that everything with the pregnancy is still okay before we have everybody over for a gender reveal. So, because we're going to learn the sex of our incoming child on Sunday this weekend. So, anyway, she scared me when she said it was urgent. I was like, wait, what? Freaked me out.
Yeah, it's not something you want to hear when your wife's pregnant.
I know, dude. It scared the hell out of me. I was like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
So, but I'm glad you were able to join me on this stream, Arsenal. This is one of my favorite streams in a long time that I've been able to do regarding No Man's Sky. One, it was fun because of the PvP, and then two, it just we got a really great discussion going. Hey, I've got a ship that almost looks identical to yours. It's the same exact color.
Oh, my fighter.
Yeah, I'm gonna landmine right next to yours. It's almost identical.
That's your beast, right? The one you've got fully loaded.
Oh man, it's a bad son of a bitch.
It, right? Forgot what they community name chose.
Pirate's Last Vision.
Pirate? Yeah, that's it. Pirate's Last Vision. It was to do with pirate. Yep. Got like your twin almost.
Same exact color, and then check out this one that I found. Yeah. Check out this one that I found as well. So this is same color, and let me land that guy right there. Let's see if I can slap my hauler down. All right, there we go.
Oh, with the round cockpit, nice.
And then check out my big wing, long neck. That's the Kestrel Huntress. That was named by the FDI community as well. Big shout out to Caroline Kennedy on that one, or Caroline Kelly, I mean. But that's my big wing, my big boy. 48 slot.
That's close to mine. I got a 48 slot hauler, but it's only an A class.
And I love that the wings, not only they're big long wings, but they're also upswept.
Yeah.
And I love the booster rockets on the back with the vent under the wings. I like the vent style.
Can't get my ship to spawn.
And then I'm
my hauler in here.
I'm gonna call down my new favorite hauler. If it lets me do it, it might not let me because I might not have fuel. There it goes. There, that one's dropping down. I love the color of this one. And then I've got a cream color squid, which I really like.
Oh yeah, I like the wings on that. Yeah, I like the wings and the color on that.
Yeah, it's like military looking. It's like, all right, and then there goes my squid, my squiddy squid, my cream squid. Ooh, this is a nice hauler, bro. See, yeah, I don't like the neck that bends sideways, like the crooked sideways neck. But the neck that's straight with the bump in it, the bump neck haulers, I really like the way that the bump neck looks.
Yeah.
Like I like the bump neck.
It looks so much like a bird.
Yeah. It looks almost exactly, dude. And the thing with the bump neck is because it's not a straight neck, it doesn't look awkwardly long. And it's a straight up and down bump, whereas the side bump has that weird turn to it with the gun turn in it, and I don't like the look of it.
Yeah, I don't either.
And then there's
this one the Skylark.
It's my precious squid. It's my baby.
I can match you squids. I got a squid as well. Probably the same exact color.
Gary Chu is calling me. I wonder if this is regarding that position. Sorry, guys.
Yep. Yeah, we got the same squid.
Nope, that was definitely like a sales call, like a marketing call thing. For those that are watching that might be new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell for the live streams. You can also follow me on Twitch at Hidden Panda Show, on Twitter at Hidden Panda Show, on PS4 at PandaPoopy1, on Xbox One at PandaPoopy1.
We got matching squids, man.
Yep. Oh, is it? No, yours is white.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, yours is white. Mine's a cream color. It's like a beige. I was looking for the white one. I would have preferred the white one, but I couldn't. All the white ones that I found were less than 20 slot.
Oh yeah, I like the cream better actually.
But my cream is a 20 slot, so it's the only one I could find. Yeah, it's not even yellow. It's like a cream, like a beige color, which is actually really cool because you don't see too many of them in that color. I like that color a lot.
I wonder what the cockpit view is going to look like in VR now that we actually have a ship model to see.
It's going to be sick. I also want the exotics to have different
sweet.
cockpits. All the exotics have the same cockpits as Explorers, and that bothers me.
Yeah, me too.
All right, guys, we got the No Man's Sky car show going on right here. Oh, dude, so my ship sitting next to your ship, it doesn't even look beige anymore. It looks straight up yellow because your ship is white, so it makes mine stand out more, and it's straight yellow, it looks like. That's cool, though. Ooh, we got the fold wing coming in. Okay.
That's my favorite ship.
We got the little Rasa Mama with the jump gate attached to it.
It's all my ships.
So fucking cool. Imagine that this could all be players. Imagine if every one of these ships was just different players. Just think about.
We have to build more landing pads.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about the fact that might be coming. You know what I mean? It's pretty wild.
We'll all get our ships together right before races. We look, looking like Fast and the Furious.
We like pull all of our like exocraft in.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's perfect.
Action Pants Gaming.
The
khaki squid.
Khaki squid gang. I forgot to bring one more ship in, so I gotta bring in my other exotic.
3 players, 18 starships.
My needle nose, dude. It's so crazy. Like you forget how big the exotic ships are because they look small. You forget how big they are till you see them with other ships, and then you're like, oh wait, that thing's fucking huge. Yeah, that is massive.
I just traded a yellow one of these for that little shuttle.
I love them. I like the warp bonus of it, and they're highly maneuverable, and they're just cool looking. I wish you could add more slots to them because they're actually kind of large. Like now that I'm looking at it, it's about as big as my hauler, just doesn't have as big of wings. So they're big ships. I wish they just had more inventory. Super cool.
I think they're meant more as like a
4 players, 24 starships. Yep. Action Pants Gaming says, "Hey everybody."
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. He's laughing at the khaki squid.
Yeah.
Nice gooseneck. Oh, that's a good term. I never thought of it. Gooseneck. That's perfect. Chase Benson says, "I'm so lonely." That's because I think Chase is on PC and there's at least there's not as many players, at least in the FDI. But
Gooseneck's a better name. I think I might rename the store ship to that.
Yeah, gooseneck, dude. I was literally gonna rename my squid just now, khaki squid, but I'm gonna call it. Huh?
Mine's the What's Cracking.
The What's Cracking? Oh, that's pretty clever. I'm gonna name it. Khaki Tacky. How do you spell khaki? Ah, there we go. Khaki squid's cool. Call it khaki squid. Good with that. I can live with it. Khaki squid.
Good.
Yep, we got the Pirate's Last Vision, the Kestrel Huntress. What should I name this one? Take a look at this one, guys, and help me come up with a name. Well, let me see it in the chat. This one right here. What should I call this? What would be a good name for this ship? KhakiAttacky.com. You win. Tariq Stark says, Panda, let's get the community on board with the flying frigates idea. Dude, I've been talking about it forever. Just talking about it earlier. Guys, I'm telling you, fucking hear me out. Hear me out on this. Imagine that you land in your freighter with all your... I mean, why else would the frigates have 4 landing pads? And you can't do shit with them. I personally think that the frigates, that we're going to be able to pilot them as multi-crew ships where your friends and your co-op party can land on them, and you guys can just fly together in the one ship. But anyway, that's my idea there.
That's what goes back to what I was saying earlier about them just putting these features in that are so low, but seem like they could be expanded upon. Like that was one of the things as well. Like freighters seem like they were, or frigates, I mean, were put there, and they have a purpose, but there's still so much more meat that can be added to them.
Exactly. All right, so I've got to rename Khaki Squid Khaki Attacky because that was just fucking perfect. Okay. Khaki Attacky. Big shout out to .com on that one. Still waiting on a name for the other ship. All right, Khaki Attacky. Oh, Cowboy Bebop. I like that one. I'm a big fan of that anime.
That's an old school one.
Yep. It still holds up. You go back and watch it now, still holds up.
Yeah, that's like background Outlaw Star and stuff.
J-Spot says No Man's Sky Frigate Control could be a mobile app. You know, I've speculated that. I've specifically referenced it to the what's it called? Assassin's Creed Black Flag, where you had your ships, but you had a fleet management app that you can download, and you can battle other ships and send them off on stuff, and then whatever rewards and treasures were uncovered in the mobile app, it's linked up with your Ubisoft account and transferred in game.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so they could do something like that. Think about it. How did Hello Games start as a company? A mobile phone game, right? So it's not outside the realm of their capabilities to create a mobile phone app. And in the ARG and other interviews, there may have even been hints to that as well. Actually, specifically in the ARG, where Sean Murray or the ARG said an app, but it's evil. So maybe they could create a fleet management app for your frigates, where you can manage it offline from your phone. J-Spot says exactly, Panda. Yeah, dude, just like Black Flag. So great call out, J-Spot. J-Spot said,
expand on the Galactic Atlas.
Oh, I've got to spell attacky with an I, because I saw how J-Spot spelled it, and the way I spelled it looks ugly.
Yeah.
But nobody else gave me a name for the other ship, so we're going to go with Cowboy Bebop, because that's one of my favorite animes anyway.
I think it kind of fits it, actually.
Yeah, I can live with it. All right, Khaki Attacky.
Gunslinger.
Khaki Attacky. Or I should just like name it from like Mars Attacks, like just call it Gagak and just name it that. Gagak, Gagak.
Saying that reminds me of Chip Studios. His catchphrase.
Oh yeah, his whole Martian RP.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to see more people in our community do more RP stuff. Like I like RP. Cowboy Bebop. All right.
I love role playing as well. Like I talked to you about it before. I was trying to get you to play some Dungeons and Dragons stuff with me.
See, that I haven't really had any experience with. I've always wanted to try like a tabletop RPG, but I've not really ever done it. I have a lot of friends that do it. They have like D&D sessions. This one guy has his own game that he made about World War II fighters, fighter planes and stuff like that. Like it seems like such a cool concept, but I've just never really done it. What should I name this one? So I've never changed this procedural name. It's got a needle nose on it. Nebula Piercer or something? I don't know. Sky Spear? Javelin. I'm going to name it Javelin. At least for now. J-Spot says, I almost every day I tweet hello games, hashtag No Man's Sky frigate control. Yeah, dude. .com says Dallas Defender. Exactly. Dude, I found out that Richard Huntington just lives like less than 20 minutes from where I live, which is crazy. Surprised I just haven't run into him.
What about Spear of Destiny?
Ooh. Ooh, okay, I've got that one in my memory bank. I'm going to hold on to that. Spear of Destiny. I like it. You know what? That's what it's going to be.
I came across a randomly generated shit the other day. I didn't buy it, but I liked the name of it for just being a pre-gen. It was called the Breath of the Stars.
The Breath of the Stars?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty dope for one of the pre-gen names.
The Spear of Destiny. Alright, I like it. I like it a lot. Alright. The Pick of Destiny. .com says Pick of Destiny. That's hilarious. Chase B says Big Chunka for the hauler. The hauler, unfortunately, that name is already claimed. That's the Kestrel Huntress. Well, this one hasn't been named anything. I like the procedural one of this name. It's called Erase's Dream. I kind of like that. Because it reminds me of the Dreamers from the ARG.
So I kept the original name for my fighter that looks like yours. It was called the Pillar of the Ancients for the pre-gen name.
Oh, the Pillar of the Ancients. That's sick. Dude, I think that from the ARG, the Dreamers, I think that was another hint at VR as well.
Yeah.
But sadly, guys, I think I'm going to be ending the stream here in a minute because now I found out that we have a doctor's appointment that was set up last minute, and that I'm going to have to get ready for that here pretty soon. So, but yeah. J-Spot says, my exotic had the procedural generated name, the Hammer of the Korvax. Chase B says, nice. The Prickle for the small one.
The Prickle.
The Prickle. Dude, I love these creatures. Look what it says when you scan them. They're considered anomalous animal. So this one doesn't say it, but on another planet where I found these, it said that the animal type was like, it was some like physics term. I can't remember, but it was like
quantum something or other.
Yeah, something like that, like where it was like some kind of energy. It wasn't called an anomalous animal, but anyway. Very, very cool. I just realized that
Thanks for having me out again, man.
Oh, no problem. I just realized that I'm going to have to go back into the stream and watch all this because I changed all my stuff around, and I'm going to reload the manual save. Because the manual save has all I deleted some shit from my inventory.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go back and redo all these names. So I'm gonna have to watch that stream again, or this stream again. But guys, let's go ahead and go to the farewell portion of this stream because I am gonna get going here in just a moment. Like I said, gotta go to a doctor's appointment with the wife, and And I'm expecting someone to come to the apartment as well. So, .com says, Panda, grab a photo of the ships for the Amino chat. That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Let me do that real quick.
Try and see if I can get the arena in with it.
Ooh, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. I'm gonna have to travel further away.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fly up there.
Oh, you're gonna do it from the arena with the ships in the backdrop. See, and I was thinking of doing the ships with the arena in the backdrop on the top of the thing. I think your idea
I'll
might.
get a different angle than you.
Well, I think
I'll send you the pictures.
Yours is going to actually work. I don't think mine's going to be able to work that way. Yeah, it's not. I'm going to go up there and try it as well.
Not too bad.
Woo, 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 woo. Back up to the top. All right, cool, cool, cool. Stand here on the edge and look out at all these ships. Actually, might try this as a sideways shot. Yeah. I think that's going to do it. I got to create enough room at the top so I can crop my fucking my face out of this thing. Okay.
Yeah, nowhere as good as a photographer as like Agent Tomcat, fucking Stark Wolf. Those guys are crazy.
That's a good one, I think. I think that'll work out just fine. Oh, those guys, Stark Wolf and Agent Tomcat, take amazing screenshots. They're basically photographers.
Yeah.
All right, so let me hit the chat. Give everybody a chance to say bye. So I'm going to go ahead and start something. I'd like you guys to oblige. You'll see my comment here in the chat. All right, so let me get a hashtag Arsenal in the chat for building the 3 arenas that we saw today, for giving us some fun matches to participate in and to witness, and congratulate him on winning all the matches, basically, and becoming the champion right now in the FDI arenas. Don't forget to join his Civ if you're interested in PvP with No Man's Sky. It's called the Galactic Combat Battery. You download the Amino app, you can search for it. Somebody may provide a link in the chat as well. And also consider joining the FDI. It's just a great Civ with a great bunch of people, and I think you guys will have fun there. Condition said it's been a fun work and lurk stream. Catch you later, Panda, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. Yep, there goes LC's comment there with the Galactic Combat Arena or Combat Battery Civ. There, it's all PvP, and you can schedule matches from there. And as you guys have seen, it's a whole lot of fun. You guys would be sorely missing out. And look at all that love we're getting in the chat, all the hashtag Arsenals. I really appreciate that, guys. Chase B says, "A victory for Mother Russia," or you're from Arkansas, right? Arsenal, where do you hail from?
I am from Florida, originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, though.
Okay, so victory for Mother Florida. And funny story, I used to live in St. Petersburg, just outside of Tampa there.
I'm in Tampa.
You're in Tampa. See, so we may know some of the same people. Do you know anybody named... so one of my best friends I grew up with, his name is Aaron Maybe. Do you know anyone named Aaron Maybe?
No.
Okay, never mind. But yeah, loving all the Arsenal love here in the chat, guys.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yep. And anybody that's in the chat... Oh, absolutely. It's been a pleasure. It's been a lot of fun. So, like I said, this is one of my favorite streams I've done yet, and it's because you're here. So, if anybody that's watching in the chat right now is a content creator, has a YouTube channel, a Twitch channel, anything like that you guys want to share, now's the time to go ahead and add that in the chat. So go ahead and plug your stuff. We've got 13, 14 people watching, 12 right now. It seems to fluctuate. But a lot of the views come after the fact. So after the stream, goes live, sometimes they get hundreds of views. So make sure that you guys, throw your stuff in there for anybody that may watch this back or anybody currently watching. So if you have content that you produce, it could be a website. Agent Tomcat has a website with his shard stories. So it can be a website, it can be your Twitch or YouTube channel or whatever it is that you guys use. Mixer, I don't give a shit. And just go ahead and plug it in the chat right now. So we've got LC dropping his. Big shout out to some of the OGs that have been here for a long time in the chat. You know who you are. Stark Wolf, Tariq Starks, J Spot. Big shout out to Rough Nuts, Chiefer. Forgot your whole name there. It's pretty long. I think it was Grim Chiefer in the chat. Might start streaming some No Man's Sky stuff soon. So guys, make sure you click on Grim Chiefer's icon there. Subscribe to the channel. Let's show him some of that No Man's Sky community support and get behind all the content creators here for the love of the game. And J Spot says, take one from the inside right now, looking at one of the greats. And yeah, guys, big shout out to Sorb for coming by. Action Pants Gaming, thank you for stopping by. Daniel Hipley in the chat. Everybody, like I said, all the OGs, you know who you are. Thank you for stopping by the Hidden Panda Show. Arsenal, my thanks goes out to you, not to me. Appreciate you being here, taking time out of your day to set this up. So,
No problem.
all right, guys. There we go, Chase B. I'll stay live just for a few more seconds here to let everybody get that in there. So we've got Chase B, Chase Benson, number 6626 for the Discord. Says, please, I need PC players. So you heard it here. Guys, go add Chase Benson. The PC does not get enough love in the No Man's Sky community because a vast majority of the players are on PlayStation 4. We've got .com2 in the chat as well. .com is an Xbox player. You guys can find him on Xbox at DOTTKOMM2.com2 on Xbox. We need more Xbox people. So, guys, Rough Nut says, awesome. Action Pants Gaming says, later Panda, take care. Action Pants says, Action Pants Gaming on YouTube, live stream, glitch building technique, and whatnot. That is what I'm talking about. The stuff that's happening with glitch building right now, Action Pants, like, holy shit. Like, Ashfact is another person that we know really well in the FDI community that's doing crazy things. Agent Tomcat built the famous Millennium Falcon build that Sean
My God.
Oh, dude, in FDI, Sean Murray himself tweeted that. It got
the first things I will see in VR.
Oh, dude, straight away, I want to walk that cockpit. Agent Tomcat did not just build the base. He built the entire inside of it and modeled it after the actual Millennium Falcon from the movie, where it has the robot that flies around where Luke trained with the visor on with Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's got the rooms, the chairs, the cockpit. It's got everything is in there. It's so crazy. He's got a hologram table where they had that chess type game in the very first Star Wars movie. It's an incredible build. Sean Murray retweeted it. Hello Games retweeted it. It's been seen thousands of times. It's right here in the FDI, so join the FDI, guys, on Amino. You can go to our wiki. You don't even have to participate in any of the posts of the chat. Just go check out our wiki. All the portal addresses for those bases are in there. All of the signal booster coordinates for Arsenal's arenas are in there. This is for the whole community, guys. All of this stuff that you see, it's not just an FDI thing. It just happens to be in the FDI. But these arenas, these are for everybody. So go to the FDI Amino, get the portal coordinates, get the signal booster coordinates, come visit this shit. It's a whole lot of fun for you guys out there. Arsenal says strength, honor, and FDI. That's what I'm talking about. JC Hysteria in the chat. And Action Pants Gaming says all those guys are awesome. Have you seen the co-op with me and ER Burrows and JC Hysteria? The Engine of Eden, Panda?
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God.
Dude, I have not seen it in person, but from the photos I've seen, I have to see it in person. Arsenal, have you seen it in person?
I have not seen it in person, but it is the background on my cell phone now.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna have to check it out. It looks incredible, dude.
It's so sick.
Dude, JC Hysteria's last 3 bass drops have been all sick. All sick.
Yeah.
So, guys, go subscribe to Action Pants Gaming. Check out the Glitch Building if you're not already subscribed. And, yeah, guys, we are a constellation. Support the No Man's Sky community. Support the No Man's Sky content creators. Fuck me. Don't even worry about me. But everybody else in this chat, everybody else that you see everywhere else, support each other, love each other, be kind to each other, respect each other. We were here during the dark times. We'll be here after the dark times. We're here now. And I'll catch you guys later on in the No Man's Sky universe. As always, I am Panda. Panda out.
I'm Arsenal. See ya.